So, Kelly, how was that Band-Aid you ate?
Delicious.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, January 26th. Wow, had a mini stroke. 2021. This is episode number 545 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes,
Bernie Sanders mitten meme.
and Kelly Harris,
The chocolate touch.
and our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
To forkin', but make it Godzilla.
I just realized, just as we were starting the show, that the Taforkin trailer that Nyes made many moons ago was about to cross 900,000 views. Fucking
Love it.
bonkers.
Actually, Jose made that one, which really stings.
Oh, no.
All right, wake up, Jose. It's time to congratulate him.
I helped, though.
Yeah.
I helped. I did the voiceover.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, that's why I assumed it was you. Yeah, that's why I assumed it was
Or
yours.
Jose
right.
can do a really great Nyes impression.
Oh, my
Fucking
God.
Django sitting at a 21,000. That's no bullshit either.
Yeah, someone commented on the video we dropped today. It was like, oh, man, this deserves a lot more views. And I was like, yeah, maybe in a year it'll have 1,000.
It's really great. I
It's
really
so
enjoyed
good,
the
very good.
Godzilla vs. Kong when you dropped today. Like, you made me want to go watch that old movie.
Please don't.
Do it, Mahoney.
I might.
I mean, it might be a great movie for movie night.
that'd be a good pick.
And we could watch the original Japanese version and just turn subtitles on.
Yeah.
That's
That's
okay.
good
We already
radio
picked what
right there.
movie, what Japan shit movie we're watching next. No take backsies.
Oh, did we?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
my birthday movie that's coming up.
Did you pick that one already? Is this a secret pick? Or did I miss
Oh,
it?
no.
I did pick.
No. Yeah, you must have missed it because I'm very excited about it.
Well, keep it a surprise for me then.
All right.
I'm so excited. I've been meaning to watch it for quite some time. It's very good.
We're all
Very
gonna have a real good time.
It's Punisher
Oh, we're gonna have a
Warzone,
very good time.
isn't it? Fuck.
It's not Punisher War. It's Japan shit. It's not Punisher Warzone.
Yeah. No, that would. Although, I'm just saying, that wouldn't be so bad. It'd be kind of dope. But no, yeah, Jose is not with us tonight. He got himself a COVID test as a formality for a project. He's going to report back on that, how that all worked, and that should be pretty exciting. So we'll talk.
He's
Jose
gonna
next
be
week.
kicker for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, for sure.
He took the replacement aspect a little bit too far, and now he's on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He's like, look at me. I'm fucking Shane Falco, you bimbo.
Fucking Johnny Football over here. Oh man, good stuff. Let's see. Okay, what the fuck's happening this week? I got some notes. Oh, okay, yeah. So, are you guys familiar with? You guys seen ads or whatever for a Megalopolis Toys online toy
Sure.
store?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't order from them. 'Cause They have gone from, 'cause I've seen these ads for years. They made the transition from reputable online retailer to full-on scam operation.
Oh no!
Like Nicole pre-ordered some Predators for me for Christmas, and one's out, one's about to come out, the other one isn't quite out yet. But I'm like, hey, yeah, I appreciate it. This this is taking fucking forever. I'll just order from Big Bad Toy Store or whatever. And she's like, yeah. And so she emailed the customer service. Customer service emailed her back. And she's like, hey, due to the unprecedented COVID-19, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and that pissing me off right now. It's like, no. It's been a year. You don't get to pull the COVID-19 card a year in. All right. Like, everyone's had time to get their shit together by now. So, that's strike one, Yeah. It's like, we're experiencing high volumes. We're experiencing a high call volume. So, don't call the customer service number.
Oh, no.
And don't email us again. We'll get back to you in 3 days.
Don't email us again, or else you go to the back of the line as far as customer service goes.
So, 15 days later, she's like, I'm not feeling good about this. So, okay. So I call the number at the bottom of the email, and the message is like, hey, oh boy, this COVID, it's real rough out here, you guys. So you should email customer service. I'm like, oh boy. So then I go sleuthing, and I find them on Facebook and hit them up on Messenger, kind of like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And the automated Facebook Messenger reply is like, whoa, boy, you ought to call our customer service now. And you're like,
Oh no!
they'll get back to you right away. And they're like, ah, shit. And so then I started doing a little bit of Googling, found some forums and groups, and this guy's like, yeah, I ordered an in-stock item in August, and my money just disappeared. Like, it's never coming. I'm like, oh, fuck. So that's cool. So a little public service announcement. Don't fucking do that. Everything about, and they even had like some fucking the Barnyard Commandos or whatever. They're bringing those back, and apparently they were going to be just at Megalopolis. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, they fucking send us emails about that at work all the time.
Yeah. I think that's all just a bunch of fuckery, Kelly. So put that in the back of your pocket. Keep that in mind.
There was one. I think it was like over the course of a weekend. They sent us 8 emails about the Barnyard Commandos.
Oh my god. We here at Panels on Pages are bringing back Visionaries, so send us $100 and we'll get you some Visionaries some point in the future.
For sure. But yeah, no, they're still like, promoting things. They're still ads. They're still running quote unquote sales. I'm like, oh man, this is fucking gross. Like it's all bad. Yeah, don't do that. So that's a little thing from me to you. Did anybody else watch the Batwoman season premiere?
No, is it worth it? It's on my DVR.
Talk about top 6 replacements, huh?
Dude, yeah, speaking of top 6 replacements, they broke that show so hard.
Okay.
It's done. Like, it's fucking finished. Like, they should have just recast Kate Kane and called it a day, but instead they craft this new character who, those CW shows aren't always exactly known for being subtle with their messaging, just to put it mildly. So the new Batwoman, brand new character. She's not in the comics or anything. The creator for the show.
She appeared in Batgirl 50.
Oh, so very recently then.
Yeah, I know that purely because the speculators were buying it.
Okay. All right. So this new Batwoman is, let's see if I can remember it all. She's black, gay, homeless, an ex-con orphan who was framed for a crime she did not commit.
Okay.
That's a lot for one character to carry. Like, that's a whole lot. Like, you could
That's
pick
a one-person bingo card.
Yeah, really.
You can pick one of those things, 2 of those things. And they killed Kate in a plane crash. So this chick happened to be around when the plane crashed. She found the bat suit. She's like, I want to be Batwoman now. And like, yeah,
so she's also got an aspect of Green Lantern's origin then.
Yeah. Oh, but she's also like a karate teacher, so she can fight and shit. So that they make that
of course,
a thing.
Of course.
Yeah, but like, all of the supporting cast stayed the same, and like the reason that worked, like, hell, the villain of the show is Kate's sister. Like, that's the whole point of the program, where all the relationships around this other character. But don't worry, you guys, because Alice happened to also be the one who killed her mom, her adopted mom.
Well,
So she's an orphan, and Alice killed her adopted mom. So don't worry, she has the motivation to want to hurt Alice too. It's fine.
listen, if I die, I want you to replace me with a black orphan street rat ex-con falsely accused of a crime she didn't commit. And I want you all to carry on like absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I mean,
man.
obviously.
But the all that shit they set up with Tommy Elliott at the end of the last season, now they just fixed all that shit in one episode. It's not what you'd call great writing, but I mean they're put in a shitty spot, I guess.
I think I've seen all of season 1 of Batgirl or Batwoman. I don't remember any of it. I'm not going to be missing it or confused by any of this. Like,
nah.
Yeah, it's always been a show on the chopping block for me.
Yeah.
I liked it just because it was just kind of cheesy enough to be fun. You know what I mean? Like I liked it, but they really shot in the fucking face with this one. Just recast. It's so weird because like every single, I guess it's true for many shows where like all the other characters revolve around the lead, but like especially with this, it's like her sister, her dad, her adopted sister, the guy who works for her cousin's. It's everyone. Like they're all literally a family. And they're like, new character, fuck it. Very, very weird. So that's not very fun. I would not recommend that. However, what I would recommend with fucking 2 barrels of awesome, you guys, is PG Psycho Gorman.
Oh, is that out?
Oh, buddy. Yeah, it came out Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking rad, Kelly. Like it's right up your fucking alley.
Oh yeah, what'd you watch it on? Prime?
Prime, yeah, Prime. Yeah, you can like rent it for a couple bucks or like buy it for $10. I bought it for $10. But fucking buy it. You're gonna want to watch it more than once.
Fuck yeah.
Psycho Gorman is put together by the same team who brought you such gems as The Void, which was a fucking killer horror flick that came out a couple years ago.
That movie rules.
Oh, just some killer practical effects. These guys are, effects guys kind of first and foremost. So The Void's like a legit ass. I think they crowdfunded it. I think to make.
Is The
like
Void
legit.
Still on Netflix?
Oh, I don't know. I know it was for a while. It's really
that's
really,
where I
really
saw
good.
it.
Yeah, it's really good. They also made a little picture called Manborg many moons ago. And
I
it's
remember
fucking
that.
Wonderful. Yeah. Steven Katansky wrote and directed it, just like he did Manborg and that killer Biocop short that came after Manborg, which is one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen. It's great. It's great. And Father's Day. Father's Day is insane. The editor is fucking bonkers. Like, there's some crazy ass movies. So Psycho Gorman is presented and shot very much like a 90s kids movie where like they find an alien visitor or whatever. So think like a you thought your parents were weird, fucking your favorite Mahoney E.T. shit like that. But the thing that they find is a nameless evil bent on destroying all of creation and life. But so she ends up being under the control of the whims of this tiny girl who is kind of a bit of a sociopath, kind of a shithead asshole. But he does such wonderful things as decorating a shoe factory with guts of drug dealers and thieves, ripping heads off, and he has an amazing fight with a bunch of crazy rubber monster suits. One of the rubber monster suits is just a bucket full of body parts with arms and legs, and that thing rules.
Oh shit!
It's fucking awesome.
I found it.
It's very, Sentai Kamen Rider type costume and shit.
Oh my god!
With all the kind of plot points you expect from like a movie, like an ET or something. It's so fucking fun. It's wonderful. Like,
I'm so excited.
Oh, I cannot recommend that enough. It's astounding. It's so fucking fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make time for that on Thursday.
Yeah, it's
all my Saturdays taken up because Lee, I'm sure as you know, it's the debut of the Lifetime original movie about Wendy Williams.
Oh, tell us about that one, Kelly.
Well, it's the Lifetime original movie about Wendy Williams. That's all I got, Lee. It's not out yet. I haven't seen it.
What's it called?
probably called Wendy. I don't know.
No, Kelly. It's called Wendy Williams, the movie.
Oh, of course. You see, I would know that if I had paid more attention. But, on Friday, when I DVR Stephen A. Smith's show, and she's the guest on there, I'll learn more. Lee, Stephen A. Smith, my favorite General Hospital guest star.
Lee doesn't even have reference of who Stephen A. Smith is normally.
I have no idea. Like, who the
He's a
fuck
Sports
is-
Center man.
Okay.
He is.
All right.
So I got the trailer for the Wendy Williams, the movie, coming to Lifetime.
Oh,
queued up
hell
right
yeah.
here.
Smash that play button.
Your girl Wendy Williams in the mic. I am here to stay. Wendy Williams is not going anywhere. I'm gonna come in like a hurricane. So, Whitney, are you still using drugs?
He wants to give you a talk show.
Millions of people turn on the radio to listen to me.
You're the star.
I know she's got big,
I am going to
ridiculous
tell her I get it.
tits, but like they're even more ridiculous than this.
I'm becoming a real
No, they're about right.
Are they?
trusting you to take
Yeah.
care of all of that.
Yourself in those.
I don't want to say anything about this actress, but I guess Wendy
Oh, man, they
Williams.
put in the scene where she passes out dressed as the Statue of Liberty?
You didn't fucking watch this?
No! I'm like Jose. I ran out of the theater when the trailer came out.
The actress playing Wendy kind of looks like a drag queen.
Little
Well,
bit.
Yeah.
Wendy kind of looks like a drag
It's
queen.
true.
I'm
Yeah,
not
not-
even kidding.
Not
For
unfair.
the longest
Wendy
time,
kinda
I
just
thought she
looks like-
was.
Yeah, Wendy kind of just looks like E.T. that one time he put on clothes.
Oh, no. Smash her with a bunch of hammers.
No, legit, for the longest time, I really thought Wendy Williams was a drag queen, and that was like the hook of the show. It was a while before I realized she wasn't. She got big drag queen energy, is all I'm saying.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Sassy like a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yep. But
What else is going
that,
on, Kelly?
that show, it's a party every morning.
I said it in our messenger thread this week. Like, nothing tickles me more than just demographic outlier for daytime television, Kelly Harris.
You cannot put Kelly in any sort of box.
Wild
Kelly's
card.
going to come in here and be like, hey, you guys see this morning's episode of The Talk? Sharon Osbourne was excellent today.
Yeah, my regular programs, Wendy and General Hospital.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't really been doing much. I've been playing a whole lot of that 13 Sentinels game. Still really cool. I'm near the end. Getting close. The percentages are real high. Because let me
Nice.
tell you something. That's one of my favorite things in a video game is when it gives you like a percentage of how far you are in the game. So it feels like you actually accomplished something instead of just sitting on your couch staring at your TV.
Yeah, like the Arkham
That's,
games used to do that.
Yeah.
I was playing Miles Morales, the PS5 version, and I don't know if this is a thing they're going to do with all the native PS5 games or something that they just did for Miles, but when you push the home button on the PS5, it brings up a little mini menu and whatever, and you can kind of go to the full home screen. And so I hit it to kind of pause it one time, and it brought up the first window. It was like, hey, you're playing this Miles Morales, you're on this mission. According to averages, you've got about 18 minutes left of this mission.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that
oh, shit.
rules.
That's pretty cool.
Like
That
I
is
gotta
cool.
take a shit, but I don't know how long until I finish this mission. Oh, you got 18 minutes? I can pinch.
That's
That was
awesome.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Lee, that'll come in handy for Yakuza, so you can check like, all right, am I in for like a half-hour long cutscene?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I'm starting chapter 10 of
Okay.
Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Yakuza 0 was like $5 the other day, so I snatched that and downloaded that and played that.
Hell yeah. Yakuza 0 is probably my favorite video game ever.
No shit. All right.
Yeah, I love that game. Yeah, and 7, you're getting real close to where the big difficulty spike is going to come.
Yeah, we're going well on my business is number 1 in the share price. So I unlocked
Nice.
the secret character and I made her the dominatrix, so she has these insane attack stats.
Nice.
So yeah, crushing it. I got the assassin dude from the Goma
Hell yeah.
Jewel. So yeah, we're fucking squadding up and beating the shit out of perverts and hitman. It's great.
Yeah, that assassin dude rocks. I always had him in my squad as soon as I unlocked him.
Because he can do all 3 damage types.
Yeah.
That's just obviously. Fuck
Yeah.
What are the 3 damage types?
What,
Earth,
blunt
wind, and
force?
fire.
No, it's a blunt force, bullets, and knives.
Oh, I thought
All
for
right.
sure. I thought for sure one of them was gonna be like he emotionally damaged you. Like he told you you were fat.
No, that's what the Dominatrix character does.
Yeah.
And she debuffs you with those moves.
Yeah. You can also be a hobo and call a squad of pigeons to attack your opponents.
Yeah.
I hear that's gonna be in the next episode of Batwoman.
It's like that scene in Dark Knight or Batman Begins, but it's just pigeons.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, so
Luke
outside
Fox
of
is like-
13 cent or what was that?
I was saying Luke Fox watching the monitor like, this is not what this suit was designed for.
We alluded to it earlier, but the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer came out and it fucking rules.
It's so interesting.
See, having not seen King of the Monsters or Skull Island, I'm reserving that trailer for when I finish those things. So
Oh,
I do
dude,
watch
you haven't
those.
seen either of those?
No.
Skull
No,
Island
they're both
is
on
dope.
HBO Max.
They're both so good.
That the song in that trailer
The song is so
is
perplexing.
so 2001.
Honestly, the song is even funnier with your version of the trailer.
Yeah, because it is
It's
not
hilarious.
thematically appropriate. And I have had that song in my head. I said it on Twitter. You know,
Yeah.
it's like leaving your TV on one channel for too long, and like the channel logo gets burned in the bottom right hand corner. That's me with music and editing something. Yeah,
Yeah.
come
And
on.
it's like, oh shit, we got Fred Durst, and then it wasn't Fred
No.
Durst. Still say the song should have been Break Stuff.
Obviously.
That was a great Twitter thread. If you don't follow Kelly on Twitter, what are you even doing with your life?
I mean, really. Yeah, that trailer was really cool. Niza's recut was equally as cool.
Oh, thank you.
I liked how you cut around the little girl stuff.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna be able to figure that out, so I was like,
No.
"Oh hey, the music works, so I could cut it right here and cut that entire bit out, and then I don't have to find footage for all that."
Yep. No, that was perfect.
Later on, I was like, "Oh man, this part's a little difficult. Can I cut this out too?" I didn't put much blackface in it, but I didn't put no blackface in it.
Yeah.
Put that in the intro.
Oh man.
So besides editing a kick-ass trailer, Knives, what's up?
Oh man, that was probably the high point.
I gotta
of,
say, dude, that's some killer turnaround time, man.
well,
Yeah,
impressive.
you got that out fast.
you know, it I had already downloaded the movie, so I had that, but I hadn't pulled any clips from it. And then Kelly was keeping me abreast of when that trailer was going to drop, and then, you know, the trailer drops, I download it, I fucking watch it a couple times, I get the beats, and then I just start pulling footage. And then, you know, I had to watch some football midday Sunday. So there was about 3 hours where I wasn't working on it. Then I hopped back on it and probably worked on it till 11, 12, and then played Fortnite with Jose until 2. And then worked on it most of the day yesterday, and then I had a bunch of appointments to go to, and I didn't want to go to these fucking appointments because I was on a roll, like I was close, and I was like, I don't want to be doing this until 3 in the morning. And guess what I ended up doing? Fucking working on it until 3 in the goddamn morning. Because I know, like you say, it's a good turnaround, and it is. I don't know if it could have been better, but had I sat on it for another day or two, you know, it's not as fresh anymore. You know,
I get it. That's great.
Yeah, I get to the very end where I wanted to change the date from 2021 to 1962, and that's when my computer and Adobe Premiere and After Effects said, "Oh, you think you're almost done? No, man. No, man, let's lock this shit up." So that was cool. But yeah, got it done. And
then you're out there noticing spaceships that I haven't seen anyone else point out. from
hell
the trailer.
yeah. What's the spaceship from Transformers? What was it?
there's Cosmos.
I think it's
there's
Cosmos, the
Skylink,
one that
there's
the one that looks like a flying saucer.
yeah, it's Cosmos. Yeah,
There's definitely a flying saucer hanging out behind King Kong in one of those. And then Kelly pointed out all the Easter eggs that suggest there's going to be another famous kaiju in it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody in case they don't know or they're trying to stay spoiler free, but pretty cool. It's supposed to come out, I think, May?
It's the end of March. It got pushed back a few days for some reason.
I need to watch King of the Monsters. I want to kind of go back and watch all
pushed it back so Legendary can prepare for that big theatrical push.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch
Or they're
them
just
all.
like, hang on, we need to actually secure some rights to Limp Bizkit music.
Sorry, we couldn't get it. You need some Finger 11. And then, I plan to rewatch them all and then watch it when it drops on HBO Max. Unlike Wonder Woman 1984, which left HBO Max as of Sunday night at midnight. We just...
God damn it, I was going to watch it this weekend.
We just
No, you
could
weren't.
not find 2.5 hours to watch it. So
That's fine.
good thing. It sucks because there's absolutely no other way to watch it now. So
Just go to the... oh, wait, right.
Just take your life in your hands and go see Wonder Woman. I'm sure it's worth it.
Black as hell. Is it gone? Like, there's no reason it can't be there forever. This is I'm sure it has something to do with the deal with the theaters and the distributors. But it's probably also they want people to sign up, but they don't want to give you full access for the entire... Because they're going to still try and sell it to, like, TNT and shit like that. They're still going to want to sell DVDs, That's one of the big things that all the directors were pissed about with this unilateral decision, is that they're losing all of that income from the different phases of the movie's release. I mean, I assume. I mean, I get it, but like, come on, like this is where we are now. Like, the game changed. Same with it. Come on.
Yeah, they gotta redo contracts with all the guilds, and
so now I gotta wait until it comes back to HBO Max again to watch it.
Motherfucker, you had a month.
Yeah, Lee, stop pretending you're gonna watch it.
I've been playing Yakuza and Fortnite.
Lee, it's fine.
Also,
no one else watched it.
There are so many other methods we could use to watch it.
Or just don't watch it.
Or just don't watch it. Yeah, that too.
You're not missing literally anything.
Like, who cares?
It's not.
I really
worth
want to see if
stressing
she
about.
fights the ring of garbage at the end.
She
I really
doesn't
do.
fight a ring of garbage. The whole movie's a ring of garbage.
Aww.
She kind of rapes a guy, I guess, but
That's not inaccurate.
Well, all right. That sounds interesting. Okay. So what's up with you, Mahoney? I would very much like you to tell me a story about a pirate. Because that shit was riveting.
All right. Well, earlier today, I will tell the pirate story for all of you listeners out there. Earlier today,
oh man, we should have some shanties going in the background.
we're in our message chain. My wife pops into the message chain, says, "The goddamn pirate lady is back," and then says, "Whoops, wrong message chain," and leaves immediately.
She's been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, it's very rookie mistake. She's not used to messengers, and especially having more than one chain. And so, like, if you see a notification from her, click in, because God knows what it's going to be and if it'll stay there for long. So she's like, "The goddamn pirate lady is back," and then it's like, "Whoops, sorry," and then just leaves. And everyone is like, "Who's the pirate lady? And where did you go?
Yeah,
like,
and
return immediately and tell the story."
And she's back, so like you have a previous story of
yeah, like there's a
lady.
previous pirate story we've never heard. Like, what's going on with this? So the pirate lady has explained, like maybe 20 minutes later in this message chain, as you all sat on the edge of your seats. The pirate lady is, my daughter is in 3rd grade, and at one point, she's doing remote school this year. At one point, this lady joins the call. Nobody's ever seen this lady before. Nobody knows who this lady is, but she joins the call, and she's like, "Hello, children. A apparently she's the remote guidance counselor. But nobody's ever met this chick. Nobody knows who she is. So the first time we're ever meeting her, she joins the call.
I will
and she's
give you $100 to name a more pointless job than remote guidance counselor.
I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it.
Now wait, is it specifically a remote guidance counselor or a guidance counselor that is now remote?
I mean, I believe, is the guidance counselor assigned to all of the remote students, like, in the district.
In the district?
So I think she's,
Fuck.
like, I think she's, well, like all the different, the, like, 6 schools or whatever. Like, she's got, like,
she
all
had
of
to
them.
make her pirate appearance at 6 schools.
I think so.
Yar,
So she
matey.
pops in. This is 3rd grade. 3rd grade. She pops in for the first time ever, introduces herself, and she's like, I just wanted to introduce myself and get to know you all because in a month, they're going to take my eye out. And so, like, school's happening, and you're sitting there next to your kid, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, they're going to take her eye out? Like, now, I know that my kids are a little more sheltered than most other young kids, and, like, not seeking out, like, the scariest of experiences. I get it. I keep them relatively safe from those things, and probably to their detriment. But if I were a person who had never spoken to an 8-year-old before and was going to have my eye removed from my head, I would just not mention it to them. I would just change that subject and never tell them, and then deal with it when it happened. Like, I would not seek out a classroom full of 8-year-olds and be like, I want you all to understand, someone is going to rip my eye out of my skull, and then it won't be there anymore. But it's fine, because I'll have a cool patch.
The
And
patch.
so today she came.
The patch
she
is the
came
most
back.
interesting part to me.
Yeah, she comes back, and the eye's gone. She has a patch. The patch is on her glasses.
Yeah.
So she's wearing glasses with a patch on it. So I don't know, like, I assume, like, is there another patch below the glasses?
Or is
Who's
it
to
so
say?
she can flip it up and be like, who wants to see my hole?
Who wants to finger my
it's
hole?
So she can tell the villain that they need to keep both eyes open and then do a retina scan.
Yeah, it makes literally no sense because if you're just going to put it on the glasses, just get a dark lens. Like,
Right.
why are you putting a piece of fabric on the outside of your glasses? Wear an eye patch underneath the glasses.
I understand, and I don't disagree. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think this woman should work with children.
I'm not sure this woman should be in public. I'm not sure that a doctor removed her eye. So
Welcome your daughter to the Avengers Initiative.
I wish. So she's back, she's got no eye, and now she's talking to the kids about how she's getting a new eye, and she is showing them either pictures or the actual eye. I don't even fucking know. It's just...
That's my favorite
Too
part.
much.
It's like she's getting a prosthetic. So like, and prosthetic eyes are really good. Like you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
So there was literally no reason to ever have this dialogue.
Never.
You
Never.
could just showed up with the prosthetic and no one would have been the wiser.
Especially where you don't see her every day. We've seen her 3 times. Like, you could have had your eye replaced and never mentioned it, and no one would have known.
Nope. It's mind bending. It's
Yeah,
like
So
that's
you,
so fucking
have
strange.
to assume.
Yeah.
She went and told every class
in every
for- at
school,
6 schools about this.
but every grade in 6 schools.
So that's got to be her full work week for that
I
week.
imagine. I mean, what else are you doing as a guidance counselor to a bunch of kids who are home all day?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, anybody want to chat? And they're like, no, I want to go play Fortnite. These people keep blowing air horns at me every time I get knocked down.
Some weird teen kept saying he was going to bite my dick.
Yeah. They keep lighting me on fire. So that's the other thing going on. We all bought air horns on Fortnite so that we can torment the people when we beat them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's pretty
I
great.
think
Mahoney,
I
I
think I
do
missed
need
the
you
air
to.
horn.
I need to jump back to Mahoney's child story time because
Okay, let's
you
do
need
it.
to tell my favorite Kate story that involves
Okay.
a cupcake.
Oh, the cupcake? Okay, I thought you wanted to talk about the chocolate touch, but yes, the cupcake story is fine.
The cupcake story is tremendous.
So, the other day, she comes in. So she's got a setup in my wife's room where she works all day. She's got a setup in my room where I work all day, and she'll go back and forth. But she's primarily with my wife, but I try to take her as often as I can because it's hard to have a third grader sit next to you all day long. So she comes in with me. She's got her plate full of snacks because she never does anything with school without a plate full of snacks like a true Mahoney would. And she's sitting down, and this kid, they're trying to start math class, and this kid is like, I have a funny story that I need to tell. And the teacher's like, sure thing, kid. Like, tell me a funny story. And he's rambling about some kind of nonsense. I honestly don't even remember what he was talking about. And he finishes, and it was real boring. And the teacher's just kind of like, okay, wonderful. Like, thank you so much for sharing. And my daughter raises a miniature cupcake that she's eating to her webcam camera, like a toast. Raises it up and says, a toast to the worst joke I've ever heard. And I was like, what? Like, who are you? Where did you like? I mean, I know where she gets it
You
from.
know exactly where it
I
came
know
from.
exactly where she gets it from, but like, oh my god,
That's one of the most savage things I've ever heard in my life. I love it.
I could not get over it. Like, imagine you just finished telling a story. Like, Kelly, if you finished telling, like, this is what happened in my week, and you're like, haha, kind of funny, right? And my daughter was just like, a toast to the worst joke I've ever heard. You'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go lay down and cry.
Yeah, I'd probably just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cyclops lady shows up on the Zoom call, and Katie starts rubbing her
talk about
hands
your
together.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited that doesn't happen with my kid. If a fucking Cyclops lady showed up in my kid's virtual, I would never hear the end of it, and neither would she.
I can't even imagine.
Jax would love to have a Cyclops lady teach him.
Jack's a
first.
fucking animal. So
Yeah.
if Cyclops popped up in his, it'd be a whole other ball game.
I think in Tennessee, if the Cyclops person showed up, they'd still have the arrow sticking out of their head. Anyways, it's fine. It's not a problem.
I feel like she might get burned as a witch in Tennessee.
Just stoner.
Yeah, they'd be like, what do you mean you weren't born with that eye? Get her.
Turns out that the whole eye thing was an elective surgery.
Yeah, she just didn't like having two the same color.
She's like, I don't really have a personality, so how about I get rid of one of my eyes, and then people will talk to me. Then I can go terrorize
my eyes
multiple.
with a googly eye.
No, it's got a smiley face on, like it's got a smiley face on, like the bad guy in Last Action Hero.
Hell yeah.
Replacing your eye with a googly eye is a really great idea.
I really feel like it would just make my personality pop having a googly eye as one of my eyes.
I feel you.
Look,
So
I'm
Lee,
not an eye
last week, Lee, I completely forgot to get you talks, and this week I also completely forgot to get you talks until about 4 o'clock, and then I remembered.
That was not cool. You can't see it, but I did actually pump my fist in the air because I was so excited about it. The second week of a lack of talks.
Mahoney
let it go
sent me the talks, and I thought to myself,
We're off to a great start.
maybe,
I hate
oh
this
shit, this is the
already.
wrong one. This is the wrong one. There
Don't
we
worry,
go.
Lee.
There
You
we
got
go.
some time to wait.
There we go.
Okay, kitty.
Mahoney sent me these talks, and I wanted to say to him, I was like, you know what? You should set it up like you forgot talks again. But then we hit Lee with the talks, and that'll get him good. And I was like, no, Mahoney's got this.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
We're a well-oiled machine. All right, Lee. So these talks, I got you 6 talks. They're all along a theme. They're all about eating. They're all about things that eat, people who eat, foods that are eating. Because it's, the end of January. Everybody's trying to be better in life, right? Everybody's got their New Year's resolutions. They're all trying to eat a little healthier, probably. They're all trying to be a little bit better. So these talks all have a nice little theme for you, okay? It's all about eating. Now, Lee, I'm not even going to ask because I know that you enjoy cats. So let's take a look at this cat.
What in the world? What happened?
Their automatic
How
feeder
did you
dumped
do
all
this? You're not even chewing. Oh my god.
This cat is eating all of it.
He's living his best life.
He's loving it. Look at those mouthfuls of food.
His mouth is very wide.
I like the side eye.
Yeah.
It's like,
Are you going to stop me, or can I keep going?
you want some of this?
And the cat continues to go just in case there's a stop coming. It's like, oh no, I gotta get more mouthfuls of this. It's wild.
That guy's
So that's
cool.
all of us, December, right? That's all of us in December. And then at some point in between, that period in December, Lee, between Christmas and New Year's where everything's just a fucking Wild West?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's this video right here. This is the goddamn Wild West.
Anything else? And
This
I
lady
have
brought-
that duck with me. Could I get her an ice water with strawberries on top?
Yeah, she brought her duck
no
to
problem.
Starbucks.
Great, thank you. I love how she starts panting. She's like, oh, ice water, I'm so thirsty. Please order me a drink.
When you're driving around town with your duck, and they're thirsty, and so you gotta get them some water and strawberries.
Oh, that duck's having a great time.
Look at that duck. It's so happy.
That duck's name is Munchkin. Oh, the
That's a
TikTok
very
is
good duck name.
the TikTok is
What?
at Dunkin' Ducks.
What an asshole.
Who's the asshole? The duck?
No, the chick with the... Okay, look. Seriously. You ever met a duck? Like,
No.
A duck cannot be tamed.
He looks very pleasant.
That duck looks kind of chill and very sweet.
Yeah, for now. The minute you fucking catch you tripping, man, that dog will fuck you up.
I also
Here's what I don't like
You're
about this.
thinking of geekly.
Here's what I
Ducks
don't like
too?
about this video. Why do I need to tell the Starbucks person that I have a duck in my car?
right.
Why can't I just say,
Because
can I get an ice
he's
water
an
with
asshole.
strawberries on top?
Yeah.
Because she's an asshole.
Yeah, that Starbucks person took it with stride. I appreciate that.
Like if I was somewhere and someone was like, I have my pet duck with me, can I get whatever? I'd be like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what she was looking for. Because she's an asshole.
I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
All right,
She
so
was hoping for the what?
But shouts out to that duck, though. He seemed cool.
yeah, that duck
Yeah.
seems cool. Lee, you like turtles, right?
God damn it. You know what? I don't really have a strong opinion on turtles.
Well,
You like
I don't
when they're
think that's
ninjas.
very good.
Yeah, that's about the only the only time I really give a shit about a turtle is if it's fighting other ninjas.
What about when Nyes kills him?
Hey.
Well, that's a tragedy.
What about the turtle holocaust that happened in Florida?
They don't even talk about that shit. Like it never even happened.
They don't even teach it in schools anymore.
That's
Just
right.
erased from the history books.
All right, so this turtle is feeling it. They're trying to feed this poor guy a banana.
That's very far away. For a
As it
turtle.
should be.
Here. Do you like that?
Oh, geez.
Shit.
And it tries to kill
Jesus
her.
Christ.
They don't call it a snapping turtle for nothing.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
horrifying.
you don't. Lee, what you think about ducks is what snapping turtles actually are.
Well, yeah, they're fucking monsters. They're tiny dinosaurs.
Yeah. I mean, look at that thing. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
What a dummy.
And so
It almost
fast.
honestly looks like a dog.
Have you ever seen the giant snapping turtles that lie in wait just in the water with their mouths open, just hoping
Yeah.
something, and their tongue looks like a worm?
Yeah.
So they just wait for shit to, crawl into their mouth so they can swallow it whole.
Yeah.
Fucking Gamera over here.
It's like Juan's mom.
I feel like I've seen another TikTok recently of a snapping turtle trying to get somebody in a very similar vein. It wasn't this exact video.
I mean, they're
Probably a new
fucking
trend.
menaces. You probably did.
New
Yeah.
TikTok trend. Try to get a snapping turtle to bite your face off.
No, thank you. But I don't even understand the turtle's thought process here because the person's like, hey, you want this banana? They set the banana down. The turtle's like, oh, that banana looks nice. Ah, fuck you!
Or he's like,
Well,
why'd
that
you
is,
throw garbage at me?
Its brain is the size of a chickpea. I'm not sure it has a very complicated thought process.
But also, what is it trying to do? What are you trying to do,
Get 'em?
turtle?
Biter. Snapper. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, Lee. So now we entered the January period of the year where it's time to start eating better, right?
Uh-huh.
So We're gonna start off with this chick, and I think you're really gonna like this talk.
Got the cuke, and I'm ready to go. Hopefully this time I don't mess up. Kitty, get out of the way. Kitty, get out of the way.
You said cuke. Now the cat's in the way. You gotta get the cat out of the way. Now she's under her blanket, eating that whole ass cucumber like a, I don't even know.
So I am in a tree.
And now she's in a tree.
I love this one. This is my favorite. Look at that face.
Look at those eyes, Lee.
What a shocking twist.
She did it wrong again. So she ended up in a tree.
That is not how you eat a cucumber.
She went under the covers with a cucumber. I was like, oh, I know what she's about to do with that cucumber. Well, actually, first, I thought she was going to...
They sent us that link last week.
I thought she was going to use the cucumber to fuck with the cat, because I know cats are afraid of cucumbers. Then she went under the covers, and I was like, oh, TikTok about to get after dark. And then she ended up in a fucking tree.
Looking horrified. She honestly looks like she's not sure how she got there.
Yeah.
She knows how she got there.
What a master thespian.
Yeah. Absolutely wild. All right, Lee, are you addicted to chips and deep fried snacks?
Yeah.
Aren't we all, right?
That's the whole crux of my fucking problem right now.
Well, good. I got the solution.
Are you addicted to chips and deep fried snacks? Try to swap it out with some crunchy veggies.
Eat shit.
I'll try it out. I'll try anything.
I don't like it.
Takes a bite of celery, spits it on her own kitchen floor.
Which is the only appropriate thing to do with a bite of celery.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this. Who is eating all of those vegetables right now? Is it just you? Is this for a party? Are you going to eat that entire tray of vegetables, or are you throwing half of that out? What are these? What are these purple things?
No one has ever had a vegetable tray and not thrown half of it out.
Are these
That's fair.
Just
very fair?
Halved red peppers? Are they not even
Yeah,
cut
those
into
pieces were
strips?
enormous.
Oh, and also, chips and fried things are bad, but how about this big ass fucking bowl of ranch in the middle?
Like an entire 2-hand palms worth of ranch dressing.
What a dumb idiot.
Yeah. I just enjoy the idea of hey, if you don't want to eat chips and salty fried foods anymore, what about vegetables? It's like, that is not an alternative. That's not a substitute.
It was like when I was a kid and I'd be like, oh, I want a snack. And I start going through the pantry and my dad would be like, drink some water.
Yeah.
What?
All right, now imagine you're a snapping turtle and you're thinking man, I want to eat some bugs. And then some idiots eat this banana and you're like, fuck you.
I get it now. I'm there.
I like it.
This chick's an asshole, too.
All right, so that lady didn't like her celery. So, Lee, how do you feel about celery with peanut butter on it?
That fucking sucks. It's celery.
But it's got peanut butter on it.
But there's celery underneath the peanut butter.
What if it's the What if it's the good peanut butter?
Just eat peanut butter.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you like eating shoes? No. Well, there's peanut butter on it. It's a fucking shoe. I don't want to eat a shoe, Mahoney.
All right, well, that's about how this TikTok goes. Getting herself some celery, getting herself some peanut butter.
Bitch, at least we got the good peanut butter.
Doesn't matter. It's fucking gross.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but this chick gives off Zoe vibes.
She kind of does. I guarantee you that would be Zoe's also same reaction. Zoe got a really good life lesson last week. I don't think I told you.
Oh,
She
nice.
Was feeling a little under the weather, and she was displaying some, symptoms that could be very COVID-esque. So she got the first COVID test of any of us in the house. Zoe got it. Came back negative.
Good.
And Nicole was with her, and she's like, hey, you can be sick with other things too. Why don't you test her also for the flu and strep throat and all this? And the chick at urgent care was like, what a novel concept. That had not occurred to me. Because if you don't have the coronavirus. Nobody gives a shit, So they test her for strep. She had strep, so we're all relieved. Great. Nicole's like, hooray! She has strep throat. That kind of shit. But Zoe was asked a very important question. She was like, "Do you want the liquid medicine, antibiotic, or the pill?" And Zoe was like, "I don't like pills. I'll take the liquid." Ooh. And they brought her home some of the it fucking smelled bad. So I know it could not have tasted good. Getting that shit twice a day for 10 days. So every time I'd be like, "Hey, what did we learn?" She was like, "Pearl."
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking nasty
stuff. Oh my god, I could taste it right now.
Yeah, it smelled awful. I can't imagine what it tasted like.
That shit ruined cherry flavored things for me for years.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because it's what? It's like a piece of celery with peanut butter on it. Because you know what? You can put all the cherry flavor in the world. It's still fucking gross ass liquid amoxicillin.
Yeah.
With 2 drops of Kool-Aid in it. What the fuck they put in there?
Well, I'm glad we got the talks back. It was nice to have some talks. Lee, I know you were excited to not have some talks, but they're back. But you know what?
Too bad. Lee.
You know what else is back? Pop Fantasy Football.
No.
I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding.
I'm like, how the fuck it just ended? It just ended.
We're doing our first mock draft this coming weekend.
Jesus Christ.
No,
that was terrifying. I didn't like how that made me feel.
Oh.
But oh god.
Getting woozy.
I got a center. I got to recenter after this. So
we need a break.
What's a classic for this week?
All right. So the classic for this week, it's funny because it just kind of, I stumbled upon this one and it relates to some of the stories that Kelly's had over the past few weeks. This is from Podcast 378 from April 2017, and it's when Kelly fights a squirrel to the death.
Oh no.
Oh.
All right, enjoy this. We'll be back in a minute.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
If you follow me on Twitter, you've seen that I've been battling squirrels lately.
Oh, those little fuckers, man.
So on Sunday, I believe it was, I heard skittering on the wall and knocking. So I look outside and there's a squirrel just on the side.
Kelly goes, go.
I look outside the door, I see a squirrel on the wall, I just go, "Squirrel! Get down!" And he does. He knows he's doing something bad.
Turn those lights off!
Okay. So I was like, all right, we'll deal with that later. Monday comes along, Monday's my day off, so I was sitting there reading something before I was going to start my Monday chores of cleaning the house and whatnot, and then all of a sudden I hear that same sound, look outside again, there's that fat fucking squirrel. And believe me, it's a fat-ass squirrel. So I yelled at him again, "Hey! Get off there!" So I had to keep yelling at him, so eventually I went outside and got a tree trimmer, 2 saws, and an axe.
Oh, Jesus.
And I chopped down the top of that tree, so now he can't reach the tiny hole he was making.
Oh, man.
I filled up an entire garbage bin.
Piss you off.
I filled up an entire garbage bin with chunks of tree. Because fuck you, squirrel. You're not.
You guys remember the time I told a story about how it took 4 days to install a dishwasher? This is called Kelly. Kelly gets shit done.
My hands hurt today from trimming.
Oh, no doubt. That's
and then chopping up the branches into smaller branches so they actually fit in the garbage can.
Fucking, hey, right, man. Good for you.
Just shirtless.
But then, of course, I was, I'm listening to like a podcast while I'm doing it, so I have earbuds in, and that means don't talk to me, obviously. But of course, you get one guy that walks by, and oh, you want to chop down?
And you're hacking a tree up with an axe. Like, fuck off, keep walking.
Yeah, you want to chop down some trees in my house? It's like, no, fuck off, no. I want to talk to you. I'm not out here for talking. I'm out here for chopping.
My lawn for a quarter?
You're looking real good with your shirt off chopping down that tree, Kelly.
You want to come over, give me a foot rub?
You know, it was
Some ice cold lemonade, maybe put some ices on your chest.
I was pretty thankful it was like 50 yesterday, so I was wearing a sweatshirt, which was good because like all around it was a pine tree that I was chopping down, but all around it, a bunch of like little non-pine trees.
Like those little bitch trees, yeah.
Yeah, those were growing, but they fucking have thorns all over them. So like I would look at my sleeve and it would just be full of broken off thorns. So I was like, man, these would be fucking up my arms if I didn't have you here, sleeve. So, pluck them out, throw them on the ground, and go back on my way.
He's like, sleeve, you're my only friend.
Yeah. Thank you for being cold out so I could wear this sweatshirt. And then I think that's about it. I haven't really done anything lately.
That's a goddamn adventure and a half, man.
Yeah.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic. Kelly and his blood feud with small animals.
One of the things I respect most about Kelly is his staunch zero-tolerance policy for rodents.
Don't try to come in my house, and we won't have any issues.
Yeah, I completely respect it. I'm down.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Like, don't come in my house. I won't come in your house. But if you try and come in my house, I'm going to cut your damn house down.
Listen, one of these days I'm going to be at your house, and I'm coming in it.
Oh, my God.
You're just going to have to figure out where.
Is it a futon?
I don't know. I'll decide when I get there.
Get the black light.
All right, what's up in the top 6, Nice?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
Look at that. The new president right there. Look at him, just being old and out of touch.
His favorite ice cream is chocolate chip.
That's a real old person thing.
Whose favorite ice cream is chocolate chip?
I mean, wait, is there cookie dough involved, or is it just chocolate chip?
I think it's just
Plain-ass
chocolate chip. So I
like
assume...
that's a favorite ice cream from back when there was 4 flavors.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't need any brownie batter in my ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
He's
didn't
getting
have...
shit done, though. Gotta give him that.
Yeah, he's going to find out some way to fuck us, though, isn't he?
The brownie batter was segregated out of the ice cream back then.
Yeah.
That shit with shutting down private prisons is a big fucking deal, man. That's a pretty exciting one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, doing some work. How about stop dicking us around and give us $2,000 instead of $1,400?
Please don't, because then people come to my work and spend the money.
$600 going to make a difference?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
look, I don't need my business to be stimulated, please.
Look, when you have the unwashed masses showing up with, I don't know, a wad of 6 $100 bills, coming to buy Funko Pops.
Oh.
Makes for a bad
That's a lot
time.
of Funko Pops. That's a lot of Funko Pops.
Get a
60 of your finest Funko Pops, good sir. Kelly blows his brains out. All right, so this week we are doing top 6 replacements in honor of nobody's first pick, Joseph Biden Jr.
Yeah, and don't pretend like he was your first pick either.
Nah, fuck out of here. I saw something that was one of the news outlets. Okay, and now we're, to commemorate the inauguration of Joseph, whatever the fuck his middle name is, Biden Jr. And I said, wait a goddamn minute. You don't get to be 78 and still be repping Junior. That shit is ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
like,
if it's part of your legal name, sure, but don't call him just straight up Junior.
Nah, leave that shit off. Like, no one has to know you're Junior. Just like, you ever met a 38-year-old Timmy? Like, fucking no.
I mean, his name's
Joe.
Yes, yes, I have.
Is he super well adjusted?
He was missing a foot.
There you go.
So
that's what happens. You stick with Timmy too long, you fucking lose a foot. That's how it works.
So as far as being well adjusted, he's at least a little lopsided.
Yeah.
Look at you go. Fucking love it. So yeah. So this week, top 6 replacements.
Yeah, it was
Let's kick this fucking
this topic was tentative depending on what happened last week, and it all seemed to go off without a hitch.
Went okay.
Yeah.
It was all right.
And apparently they're keeping the National Guard there through the whole impeachment trial, so
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep them no fucking honkies with big ideas and low IQs.
It was
keep them the fuck away.
It was really great seeing. There was the one picture in particular of the Inauguration Day protests, and there was the one in Albany where it was one guy standing out in front of the state capitol, and it's like, oh, that is just poetic. I said it should be in a museum because it's just so amazing.
Man sticks to his guns.
I found it.
And he has lots of guns. I bet. Lots and lots of them, I guess.
Look at that. Look at that. They know the guy's name. He says he expected a few thousand people and is disappointed. He said he drove 45 minutes for a peaceful protest.
Fantastic.
Fuck
He
you.
got himself one.
He sure did. Looks like the hotel from The Shining. What's going on, Albany?
Like, you know what? I don't think anybody's even home.
I do appreciate that the Trump 2020 signs are definitely starting to disappear. The ones that were still holding on.
Not where I'm at.
Well, I have definitely seen a few start to disappear. You know what, though? Keep those up, because Trump, if anything, defined 2020. So, yes, please, let's keep those two intertwined for eternity.
I mean,
You know what?
take down
That's
your
a very
signs
good
and
point.
put them in the back of your closet like the guy on Watchmen. Leave them there for the next 20 years.
Yeah, there's plenty of those Trump supporters that have one of those secret closets.
Yeah.
And probably just as many where it's not very secret at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of my favorite things I saw regarding all that stuff is like, it's, no coincidence, I bet, that all these people that showed up and caused a bunch of family and friends who could not wait to drop a dime on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so great. Oh, there are people that I know that if I saw them at the Capitol, I would have fucking broke my neck trying to rat them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, none of you guys.
None of us would have been there.
I did have a funny thought today, without going into too many details. Well, obviously, I mean, it kind of lends itself to that. I have a bunch of stories that I can't tell on the Popcast or on social media right now because I've been instructed not to by, let's say, a lawyer. And I've been
counsel.
Yeah, I've been keeping things pretty tight. And then all these fucking dummies roll up into the Capitol and they're just texting people, LOL in the Capitol, what up?
It's what happens when for so long you can just do shit and have zero consequences.
Mm-hmm.
What an amazing time to be alive.
Yeah, just because Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. is in the White House right now, that doesn't mean all those Trump people are going away, so...
Well, no, now they're calling for unity, Knives.
Yeah.
Unity. We gotta, now's no time for petty partisan politics. They're losing.
Yeah. Keep your head on a swivel is all I'm going to say.
I saw an Instagram post today that I enjoyed that was like, Benghazi was like 20 trials over 5 years. Hillary's email was like, however many trials over like 4.5 years, and then they were like the insurrection at the Capitol. They're like, God, it's been 3 weeks already. Can we just get over this?
Yeah, there were more people killed in the insurrection than at Benghazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Fucking nonsense. They're all just garbage people. Just fucking scum of the earth.
if anybody you know was at the Capitol, call the FBI or tell us. We'll call them. I'd love to call them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll drop that dime for you. Don't worry, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I
I don't
tweeted
mind
something today.
at all.
There
You
was
want that on your conscience? Put it on mine. I can handle it.
there was a story that, you know, the FBI is still searching for a bunch of people, but they're not going to go after everyone that ended up in the Capitol. But I love the idea that if you were in the Capitol, you're just waiting for that other shoe to drop, and every knock at the door, every Amazon package, you think is FBI coming to put you in cuffs. So, like, it's not throwing them in jail, but it's still not nothing.
Yeah. Hope the rest of their fucking lives just forever. Fuck them. Oh, they're the worst. All right, so top 6 replacements. Let's kick it off. I'm gonna go number 6. That time when Bucky was Captain America. That was
Nice.
good shit.
That was a good one.
Excellent
That was
choice.
good stuff. That was a good time for the book. Good time for the character. It was a character study for Bucky and the extended kind of cast of that book, and they brought Steve back in a way that I honestly to this day do not understand. But it's a good couple years there. It was good. I enjoyed that run quite a lot.
Are you talking about
glad
when
that-
he was a Nazi?
No,
Oh.
like there was some weird like time travel fuckery,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
I-
he was placed in time.
but not really. It was like I feel like the cosmic Q was in there maybe somewhere, or like a time. I don't know.
mean, like when they killed Cap, he gets arrested, and then he gets shot by a sniper, right? So you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, he's been assassinated by this sniper. And then a year and a half later, they're like, no. The sniper took a shot at him, but someone else right next to him shot him with a time travel gun and sent him and displaced him throughout time. So he wasn't even there when the bullet hit him. It's like, all right, that's real dumb. Like, that's really stupid. Sure.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because they did a dumb time travel coming back to life story for Batman around the same time, and neither one of them made any goddamn sense. It's kind of hilarious. Whatever. Next up, Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner. Like, that Hulk movie's fine, Norton's fine in it, but it's been so long now, and there's been so many movies with Hulk in it. I can't imagine it still being Ed Norton through the whole thing. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah,
Ruffalo, he's got this really subtle like funniness to him that I think goes really well with the Hulk.
He's got the vibe more than Edward Norton did.
Yeah, just imagine Ed Norton like in Ragnarok.
Right.
It doesn't work.
No.
He would be curb stomping the Grandmaster.
I
Here's
briefly
one.
got that on my list. That's a great choice.
There you go. This is one that might upset Nice. The Mandalorian for the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
I mean, The
those-
Mandalorian's great.
The movies are, yeah, but those sequel movies are not that awesome. I don't think.
It's fine.
And
You
so
can have that opinion.
I was kind of, I don't want to say soured on Star Wars, but like I definitely will say I went into Mandalorian with somewhat tepid expectations because for the most part, with a couple of exceptions, I wasn't super stoked with the Star Wars stuff that Disney had been putting out, and then they fucking crushed it with the Mandalorian. Fucking great. And sticking back to the theme of the Marvel movies, swapping out Kevin Feige for Avi Arad was the best thing that they could have possibly done.
Oh, that's a really good one, Lee.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
Because Avi Arad was like the exec producer for damn near everything from I think he maybe have even been on the 1990 Captain America movie. Like he was in all of that shit, and those movies vary wildly in quality, but none of them have fucking anything on the shit that Feige's been spearheading, man. Because that guy he assembles a great team of people, and he gives a fuck. Like to a powerful degree, that guy gives a fuck, and it shows. It's great. And I kind of had this. This is not the last one I'm going to show. But this is the last one that I added onto my list, and it took me a while to come to, to find a sixth one. I was kind of racking my brain because it's funny because if you look up a list online, I'm looking for inspiration. I'm like, hey, what TV shows replaced actors or whatever, whatever. And so many of them are like, hey, this person played this character in the unaired pilot episode. Well, that doesn't fucking count then, now does it? If nobody saw it, then it doesn't count, you dummies.
I mean, kind of.
But if you don't if a tree falls in the wood and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
Right, right.
If you don't know it's been replaced, it doesn't count. And I don't know how I landed on it, because I all but forgotten that fucking Craig Kilborn ever hosted The Daily Show.
I didn't he do, what was it, 5 questions? Was the bit? Yeah.
Yes.
I did like that Daily Show.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. But then Jon Stewart came on and made it like a fucking this crazy cultural touchstone for a decade and a half.
I'm not sure I ever saw an episode with Craig Kilborn.
Well, I think it was a combination of Jon Stewart taking over and the Bush administration that made it like a serious news show.
Yeah, they kind of showed what it could be like. If everyone had a little bit of journalistic integrity. Leave it to a bunch of comedian and comedy writers to do news better than newsmen. It's fucking ridiculous. And the last one, I will say, with the caveat of all the COVID nonsense and my extreme weight gain, this year, where I'm at right now, way better than last year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking, new house, new job, shit's going well. Just, generally speaking, it's kind of insane to think about where I was, a year ago today, compared to now, because it's pretty fucking outstanding, pretty good stuff. We could just get the rest of this other nonsense under control, would be in good shape. You know what? I'm making strides. God damn it, I'm trying. You'll be happy to know, Kelly, I'm not eating just potatoes, Kelly.
Yay!
He's eating potatoes and also sweet potatoes.
And celery.
You're going to the gym and shit. It's been good. It's been good. So we're gonna fucking transform again this year, because goddamn it, I did a lot of good work and then fell into a pit of COVID-related depression for 9 months. Fucking not.
Oh, what was that like? I don't think any of the rest of us.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I've been living it up.
Yeah. So I went to get a physical the other day, which my labs came back. They're all awesome. So hooray for me. Then the lady's checking my blood pressure. She's like, what are you allergic to? I'm all this and that, whatever. And she goes, any problems with depression? And I went, yeah. Fucking, of course. And she looked at me like she'd never heard that reaction before, and I was like, who says no to that right now?
Yeah.
Well, you're in Tennessee, where COVID does not exist.
That's true.
What do I gotta be depressed about?
Yeah.
And you're gay if you talk about your feelings, Lee.
Yeah. Like your damn cat.
The blood of the Lord keeps me safe. I don't need no goddamn mask.
The doctor looked at your chart and was like, it's weird. Seems your potato levels are a little low on here. I'm going to need you to do a double dose of Spuds tonight and get that up. It's a little worrying.
My sugars was good. My cholesterol was good. I do have fucking high blood pressure now, so that's cool. The doctor was like, yeah, that could be just, the weight and the depression. I go, yeah, thank Doc. Taking these medicines, it'll be okay. Yeah. I'm an awesome patient, you guys. That's good. All right. What we got on Discord, Knives?
All right, to the Discord. I believe.
To the Discord.
Believe we got Shark. Right off.
If you have not joined the Discord, you should do that at discord.PanelsOnPages.com.
Yeah. Somebody joined the other day and then immediately peaced out because they couldn't handle it. They could not handle the meatball gusher picture, I guess.
It's really upsetting.
It is upsetting. And because it was so upsetting, I had to share it with the world. All right. So
I don't blame you.
Shark shouts out.
If you need more meatball gushers in your life, join the Discord.
Shark shouts out Mahoney and Kelly for Kerouac. There's no Mahoney relationship corner, but Mahoney and Kelly has been very solid. And Shark decided to spell Kelly with an extra E in there. And boy, oh boy, he really butchered Kerouac's name. He looked like he was trying to spell Keurig, but...
I feel like the extra E is a sign of respect.
Well, it's like, I mean, Kelly without the extra E, that's just some chick's name, right?
Yeah.
Number 6.
Remember when we all thought Kelly was a girl?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to smash.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, back in the day on those Wizard forums, if you presented yourself as any kind of female, oh, I was all over that.
And I'm like, hello, I'm a child boy.
Hey, why not?
Knights is like, grass on the field, play ball, all right,
yeah.
boys?
Oh, God.
Number
pube.
I don't sound like that anymore. Number 6, Shark says, Adam Lambert for Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
He says,
all right,
hold on.
Shark's list. Shark's list is over. Who's next on the Discord?
You know
Adam Lambert for Freddie Mercury?
Someone had to take over as the face of AIDS, Mahoney.
Let me read his explanation. He says,
let me go message Kristen and let her know to not listen to this episode.
He says, I love Queen and Freddie, but Adam keeps the band touring and he's got a great voice.
He's pretty good.
I mean, listen, he's
pretty good.
It's better than
nothing.
Adam Lambert does a good Freddie Mercury cover. Sure, great. But would I ever say that Adam Lambert is a great replacement for Freddie Mercury? No, I would not.
Top 6 all time.
Top 6 all time. No.
Okay.
I don't care for this at all.
Well, the rest of his list isn't as controversial.
I don't know. We'll never know.
Number 5, Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt as Catwoman, hands down the best for me. And who did she replace? Did she replace
Julie Newmar?
Julie Newmar,
yeah.
Was it? Remember when Julie Newmar drove past us, blowing up balloons at C2E2?
Sure do.
Boy, do I!
You guys look like you're having some fun. Like, dive in,
yes,
Catwoman.
man, we are. This boy's having an asthma attack. We're having a good time otherwise.
Number 4, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Now, I would not say... You know what? That's a tough one, because Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is one of the best parts of the prequels.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if I would say that he's... It doesn't necessarily have to be better than the previous one. I'm not saying that Ewan McGregor is better than Alec Guinness, but he had more to work with. And he did a really good Alec Guinness impersonation, so...
Yeah, he's pretty good. And you know, and that iteration, you know, spawned all the stuff in the cartoons and video games and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's good.
And Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan is my beard idol. Like, that beard is so tight.
Good beard.
So good. Real good. Number 3, Dick Grayson as Batman. The stories of Dick trying to be his own Batman while still keeping the people of Gotham to think he's the real Batman.
One of my favorite bits in that.
On my list.
Yeah, one of my favorite bits in that time is he's on the roof with Commissioner Gordon, whatever, and they're talking about whatever the fuck's happening, whatever. And Gordon turns around and he's still there, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, he used to, you know, leave when I would do that. I'm not usually still standing there when I've come back and keep talking. This is weird."
Now, the second one kind of goes back to Lee talking about if, you know, you were the actor on the pilot that never aired and you got replaced.
Don't count.
Doesn't really count. But I think this counts. Michael J. Fox replaced Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future. Can we imagine what terrible world where Back to the Future has Eric Stoltz in it?
And didn't they shoot, like, most of the movie?
There
with Eric
is
Stoltz?
a lot of footage.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the same role where Michael J. Fox is in Mask.
Good
The
old.
world where Eric Stoltz is Back to the Future.
And he plays the drug
That's
dealer
a
in Pulp
great
Fiction.
joke. That's a great joke. Watch Mask. Fuck you guys.
That is a real deep cut, even for you, Lee. Like, Mask feels like it's before your time, even.
Hey, we had a limited selection of VHS tapes when I was a child.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that the movie with the guy with the fucked up face?
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to teach his blind girlfriend what colors are.
Yeah.
And his mom is played by No Names.
Yeah.
That's a great joke, and none of you are gonna get it.
Oh, they'll get it. If they know Mask, they'll get it.
That's the thing. It just occurred to me they don't fucking know Mask. That's such a fucking old reference. No one even knows what it is.
Yeah. And number
It's
one,
like having chocolate chip be your favorite ice cream flavor.
Sharks.
Fuck, I'm old.
Sharks number one is Don Cheadle over Terrence Howard. I think it's interesting to think what would it look like with Howard, but legit Don Cheadle has killed it as Rhodey.
Yeah,
I almost
that's
did that.
another good one.
That
Yeah.
was one I had a hard time not putting on. I figured somebody else would, so I
Yeah.
didn't.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say neither of them are perfect for it.
I fucking love Don Cheadle, though.
Yeah, I
Don
think
Cheadle's
Cheadle's
great.
Don Cheadle's pretty great.
But my Rhodey is the one from the old Iron Man cartoon from the 90s. Like, that's the look that I'm thinking. You know, more like
Giant dude, flat top.
Yeah, more like a Michael Jai White type.
Shit,
That would
have
be
been
cool.
kind of awesome. Yeah, he'd have been great. And I'm thinking, oh shit, that'd have been awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman would have been a good Rhodey. And I'm not saying Don Cheadle's not. But Terrence Howard is just a little too cafe au lait for Rhodey for me, I think.
Cafe au lait.
If you know what I mean.
Strong words.
Little too much cream in that coffee.
Yikes.
What you got, Kelly? Moving right along.
I got let's see, number
We'll
6.
say
I
that
got
shit to Don Cheadle's face.
Yeah, I got Dick Grayson taking over as Batman when Bruce was quote unquote dead. Really like that run of Batman and Robin. I love Dick and Damian
Dick and
together.
Damian's great, yeah.
They're so fun. Next one is Hasbro taking over Power Rangers from Saban and Bandai.
Oh, all right.
I think the toys have improved, and I mean the show's pretty good right now, and of course the comics. So I think they've done a good job with the license.
I saw the new Morpher today at Walmart.
Looks good.
Looks great.
Nice.
Yeah, the keys are different than the Japanese ones, of course, but yeah, it's good.
When's that new show supposed to start?
Probably that's the thing. Normally they start in the fall, so it seems really
Oh.
early for toys. So maybe not the fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Number 4? Yeah, 4. Ed Brubaker replacing Bendis on Daredevil. It's not so much that Brubaker is better than Bendis, but it's just following one all-time great run with another all-time great run. Back to back.
Yeah, and he
was
left him
nuts.
in like the worst possible place. It's like you're like, yeah, no, what are you gonna do with this now? Like, look what I did to him. You fucking figured it out. And I love that. It's a good move.
Yeah, it's so good. Number 3, the movie Sonic design.
Yes.
Looked like shit
That's
initially.
a great one.
I thought of
looked like
that
shit
one.
initially, and then it looks awesome now.
Yep.
The best movie of 2020.
Not incorrect.
Best actor.
Yep. Best actor, Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 2, Miles replacing Peter in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Initially, I wasn't really much of a fan, but you know what? Miles won me over. He's a great character.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's
I
a good
almost
one.
had that on my list.
Perfect amount of cream in his coffee.
Oh my god.
Stop it. What are you... Jose's sleeping right now.
They're spending too much time together.
Yeah.
Boy's a bad influence.
Or not
Yeah.
enough.
And then number 1, the Switch replacing the Wii U.
Ooh.
Who had the
We've
Wii
already
U?
talked about this, Kelly. We already talked about this. If no one's around to see it, it doesn't count.
Exactly.
No
one had the Wii U.
The only time I've ever seen a Wii U in person was at the Science Center.
And like you can see where they were getting to the Switch with it, like with the gamepad and stuff. Like they were figuring out how to make the portable thing but still on TV.
Yeah,
Like
it just wasn't quite there. Yeah,
it wasn't there yet. And the Switch, it's all there, and it's probably my favorite system ever. Like I love that thing.
And yeah, I honestly, really and genuinely think that had the Switch not succeeded, it would have been the end of Nintendo hardware.
Probably.
They'd have gone full Sega, and you'd be playing Mario on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Very, very good. Solid.
Yep.
I like it.
We have a lot of crossover on our list, Kelly, but in really interesting ways.
Ooh. Oh, all right. I'm into that. All right. Vetter on the Discord. He's talking about ham sandwiches in place of chocolate chip cookies. No.
You dip a ham sandwich in milk. It's soggy. It's great. Delicious.
It's gamey. It's savory. Very good. No. Number 6, Irvin Kershner replaces George Lucas for Empire Strikes Back. Not that New Hope was bad, but Empire Strikes Back is possibly the greatest Star Wars film ever. He's forgetting about Return of the motherfucking Jedi.
Thank you, Mr. George Lucas.
I mean, I know Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie, but the majority opinion is that it's Empire Strikes Back.
Got you guys. Fist bump. Number 5, making the proper list, Kelly Mahoney replacing Kerouac. I had this before it was posted, hoping for brownie points.
Again, spells Kerouac the exact same way that Shark did.
Must be some kind of Discord autocorrect.
Or Vetter was like, shit, I don't know how to spell Kerouac. Oh, okay, Shark's got me.
Number 4, Coke Classic replaces New Coke, which replaced Coke. It's nice when a company can admit defeat and go back to the original. The original has that sweet, sweet cocaine in it.
Yep.
What a quaint time it was when New Coke was one of the biggest conspiracies in the world.
Oh my god! That's so fucking quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Like, what a simpler, beautiful time it was.
Kelly, do you even have a frame of reference for New Coke?
No, I never had it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the Coke Classic cans. Like, I remember the After Effects.
Well, it's funny because they kept the classic branding for a very long time. Like, well after they made the change back. It was Coca-Cola Classic for 15 years? Some crazy shit like that. It's just like, we just want to make sure people know. No questions about it. This is not that new shit. Number 3, Tom Brady replaces Drew Bledsoe, and I fell asleep. Drew stated Tom would be a career backup before eventually losing the starting job to Timmy. Now Brady is in his 10th Super Bowl. Look, I don't give a fuck, but that's pretty impressive.
It is. There was a stat that Tom Brady makes it into the Super Bowl with a higher percentage rate than Steph Curry makes three-point shots in the NBA. And Steph Curry drains fucking three-pointers.
That's kind of insane to think about it.
Yeah.
Number 2,
fuck that guy and his
new
politics.
Paul McCartney replaces dead Paul McCarthy in the Beatles?
McCartney.
What the fuck is this?
It says
You guys have
McCarthy. I
never
know it
heard
means
this?
McCartney. No. Who knows if it's true or not, but it's fun to entertain. If true, New Paul was an absolute great replacement, seeing as how he gave us some of the greatest songs in history.
Yeah, that's one of the oldest urban legends that if you play one of the Beatles records backwards, it says that Paul is dead.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you've never heard this before.
This is brand new information to me.
Wow.
Huh, that's weird. And number 1, Michael Jordan replaces Reggie Theus. Reggie was remembered as telling the Bulls, good luck replacing me when he won that at Chicago. The Bulls obliged and picked up a guy named Michael Jordan. He did okay.
Not bad. Not bad, dude.
I've heard of that guy. You know what I haven't heard of before today? Reggie Theus.
Yeah, seriously.
Who the fuck that guy is?
He was like the first big Orlando Magic star, but no Michael Jordan, that's for sure.
Fucking clearly.
Oh, did Jose ever laugh at him while he was jumping rope?
I'm sure Jose has a Reggie Theus story.
All right, what you got, Nice?
All right, let's take a look at my list here. Shout out. I got a dual shout out here. Actually, no, it's like an 8-way shout out.
Okay.
I want to shout out the 4 replacement Supermen from Reign of Superman.
Nice.
So that's Steel,
All right.
Eradicator, Cyborg Superman, and what am I missing? Superboy.
Steel.
Superboy.
And then also in the same vein, motherfucking Slingers.
Hell yeah.
Which was Ricochet,
Fuck yeah, Slingers.
Prodigy, was it Noir?
Hornet and Dusk.
Hornet and Dusk.
Oh,
Dusk.
That's great.
So yeah, shout out to those. Real similar kind of avenues that those two stories went down where, Spider-Man, did Spider-Man RIP or he just had to lay low for a while?
He just gave up being Spider-Man for a minute.
Yeah, so then these 4 upstarts come, and then Superman died, and then 4 upstart Superman showed up. So that's cool. My number 6, he might not be my favorite today, and looking back, some of his policies were pretty shitty, like drone striking schools and stuff like that. But I gotta say, after the Bush administration, Obama was a pretty dope replacement. And like to this day, the only candidate that I believed in, voted for, and won. Like that.
Shit, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Think about how many elections we've had. Yeah,
He's my dude. Yeah. I mean, really, probably. I mean, besides Bernie in the primaries, probably the only candidate I ever actually believed in the election for presidency. And, like, not for nothing, but, like, a huge deal for just progress.
Yeah.
We all said the same thing for years, like, oh, man, that first black president, he's not going to last long. He's going to get taken out. And he did a whole 8 years standing on one foot. Good for that guy.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts when you think about it. Like, I would say that means that I underestimated people, but then we saw how far the fucking pendulum swung the other way, and I'm like, oh, no, I was right.
Right.
I was right the whole time.
Yeah, do you think those guys that stormed the Capitol were like, shit, we should have done this fucking 8 years ago? My number 4, Carl Urban as Dredd. Didn't really replace Sylvester Stallone, but I'd say, even though it's more of a cult movie these days, more people will point out Carl Urban as Dredd than Stallone. Like, Stallone as Dredd is a joke. Nobody likes that movie. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
It's objectively terrible fucking movie.
And I feel like as the years go on, more and more people discover Dredd, and it's becoming part of pop culture now. Like, it's not just some little niche movie. My number 3, Steve Carell taking over the role as the boss on The Office, previously played by Ricky Gervais on the British version. And we don't have, as a country, we don't have a great track record of adapting British things to American television, but you have to admit that the U.S. Office eclipsed the British Office.
Yeah.
Exponentially.
Sure.
And
absolutely.
I've watched the British Office. I appreciate it, but like it's not my favorite. And over the course of, and you only had what, I think 12 episodes of the British Office.
Yeah, next to nothing, right? Yeah.
And over the course of 9 seasons, you got to see so many more layers. Well, actually, it was 7 seasons with Steve Carell, so you got to see so much more out of it, and he got to grow into a character than just this piece of shit. And boy, oh boy, he was
I don't know. He's kind of a piece of shit.
No, he had a heart, though.
No way.
Come on.
I don't like Michael. Really don't like Michael.
My number 2 is a twofer. Couple of dudes putting on pancake makeup. And I got Heath Ledger as the Joker and Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Love Jack Nicholson's Joker. Love Tim Curry's Pennywise. But those guys really fucking nailed it.
You know what? Yeah, that's great.
And then my number 1 with a bullet, another twofer. I'm going to say Kelly Harris on the Panels on Pages podcast. No disrespect to Mahoney, because Mahoney wasn't really a replacement. Mahoney was an addition, a welcome addition. But Kelly...
I hear you.
Kelly brought a real interesting voice and sense of humor to the podcast that...
Kelly brought many voices to the podcast.
that I think we were missing. And it's... we've been doing the podcast with Kelly twice as long as we did it with Kerouac at this point. So...
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean...
that's wild.
Kerouac left in 2013, so... 4 years. And
holy shit!
It's 2021 now.
Long. Wow,
that's nuts.
You've been doing this a very long time, you guys.
And then my other half of my number 1 is, not to toot our own horn, but Panels on Pages was there when Wizard went down. When the Wizard forums died, Panels on Pages was the life raft.
Yeah.
And the magazines, it was just this past weekend was the 10-year anniversary of Wizard and Toy Fair shutting down completely. And while we never got to the heights of a CBR or a Newsarama or a Bleeding Cool, I felt like we were the spiritual successor to Wizard. Yeah, because we all grew up reading it, and, it was very similar voices. And
I think that's an interesting thing to say, because it occurred to me that we do have a pretty significant audience between the YouTube and the download, the podcast downloads especially. I bet there's a very good chunk of our audience that does not know that about us.
Yeah,
because we haven't really talked about that in quite some time. So that is kind of our secret origin story.
Yeah, a bunch of us wrote for the Wizard website and for the magazine sometimes, and then we kind of secretly got together and said, fuck it, let's do our own thing. And it was destiny that as PoP was starting up, Wizard was taking a shit going down the toilet, and then it was gone, and it was a Wild West. And look at us now.
And then we got out of the comic game while the getting was good.
Yeah. Yep. Thank God.
I see the shit that's out there now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't miss this.
No.
It's all nonsense at this point.
Yeah.
At least with the like me cramming last night to get that trailer edited together. It sucks, but it's for me. I want to do this. I want to finish this. I want to put this out there. If people see it, who cares, one way or the other. When I was trying to keep up with the Joneses and post news stories and post links to trailers, oh man, there was a period of time where I would make an article with a brand new trailer. I would be on top of it. As soon as it was released, I'd make an article, post that shit, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter and all that. And then I'd see a bunch of our people in our community sharing the same trailer from other sites, and I was just like, "Oh my god! Please
Those
check
are some
our
dark
site first."
times for Knives.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you don't do that anymore, specifically.
Well, even when we were doing the top 6 news stories every week, how just demoralizing that got after a while. It was fun when we would talk, Marvel casting news or a big comic event, but when it turned into all these just awful failures of people just going at each other's throats and sexually harassing each other and saying awful shit and getting mad at each other for making covers with boobs on it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking exhausting. I maintain that we were doing that shit better than anybody else, but turns out that people don't necessarily want the best at stuff.
No,
you
they
don't want
want
the
lists
best.
and
You
to
don't get the
click through
best.
things.
Yeah.
Well, and comics is not necessarily worth being covered.
No.
Like, it's a real shit show. Like, so you're not really worth a news article. Comics.
Yeah.
I think all of the good people in the comic industry either found a way to do their own thing or they got the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or both, you know?
Yeah, or they're doing both. Yeah, they're doing their own thing, and they're also still, being able to fucking write on Avengers. I think fucking Jason Aaron's doing it all right. Jason Aaron seems like he's got his shit together.
Like, thank God we got out before the whole Comicsgate thing. Like, we're still panels on
I
pages.
still have my theory that Kerouac would have somehow roped you guys into Comicsgate.
Well, I mean,
You'd have been like, no, this dude drew a really good G.I. Joe comic once, and he's got some ideas.
I mean, it goes back to when, I'd see these MAGA rallies, and I'd think back to when I was 18, 19, 20, and, like, if that had come about around that time, would I have gotten sucked into that? I don't know, man. Like, I wasn't angry, like, racist angry, but, I was an angry, like, into rock and roll and mosh pits and, hey, that's a cool hat you got on there, Fred Durst. You got that on backwards? Turn that around. What does it say? Oh, that says "Make America Great Again." Hey, I like America. Yeah. Yeah.
See, the problem is, though, you have critical thinking skills,
Sure.
and that's what most of these motherfuckers don't have.
And, like, even back then, I understood what Rage Against the Machine were saying.
Right.
Like, I wasn't listening to Nazi rock and roll.
It's ridiculous. All right. That's a fucking great list, Nice. I like that.
Oh, thank you so
and
much.
a good trip down memory lane for the rest of us.
I was trying to... It was real hard finding an intro clip and a image for this topic. I struggled with it all day to the point where, I put Kelly as the intro clip, and then I had asked Mahoney for the picture of Kelly holding the giant Band-Aid, but by the time Mahoney got around to it, I had already put Joe Biden on here. But, it was almost Kelly with the Band-Aid as the cover image of Toxic's Replacements.
I love it. What's next, Kelly?
All right, it's Juan, and I was going to throw it to Mahoney, but then I remembered the bit's dead now.
Right.
Yeah.
Did Juan unblock you on Twitter, Mahoney?
Yes, I do believe he did.
Nice.
He requested to follow me. I did not follow him back because I only follow, 15 of you? So, that's fine.
No
Juan
disrespect.
and I chat plenty.
Yeah. So Juan says, honorable mention / shout out. Dick Sargent with Dick York. Up until this time, it was unheard of to switch dicks so easily and without remorse in Hollywood. I don't understand what the joke is.
Dick Sargent and Dick York were the Darrens on Bewitched. They had two different actors play the husband on Bewitched.
Okay.
And they were Dick Sargent and Dick York.
And they just did it, and they never talked about it. But the thing is, he just looked like a '60s white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like those were easy to swap in and out.
Yeah, both of them just look like '60s white dudes.
Yeah. In all honesty, I never knew.
Yeah,
I bet most people didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just '60s white dudes, and like TVs looked like shit.
Yeah.
No one had HD pictures, so like it was all fuzzy. You look at the same fucking guy.
Yeah, see, dude on the left is the guy I associate with Darren from Bewitched. Dude on the right, I don't know if I've ever seen an episode of Bewitched with him.
I'm inclined. I know I've seen those episodes, but the guy on the left definitely is Darren.
Yeah, that's fucking Darren.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Huh.
And what was even the reason? Probably contract?
Yeah, probably found something else to do.
Yeah, they found a dead hooker in his trailer.
Probably.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. Number 6, Peter Capaldi as Doctor Who. There came a time when I got sick of Doctor Who. The fandom became more about who is cuter, Tennant or Smith, instead of actual show content. They brought in an old guy, and the fandom became a pretty desert with all the thirst gone. And Juan is not wrong.
Nope, he is not.
Doctor Who dried up. Once they're like, wait, the Doctor's not hot anymore? Pass.
I mean, even before Capaldi, like Matt Smith, you want to talk Rocky Dennis?
Oh.
Man, I don't get it, but the ladies loved him.
They did.
Like, I don't understand a lick of it, but they sure did. Number 5, Kirk Hammett. Metallica was just about to make it big, but they had one major problem. Dave Mustaine and his substance abuse. Dave was out, Kirk from Exodus was in, Kill 'Em All was released, and the rest is history. Number 4, Michael Biehn. Originally cast for the iconic Hicks in Aliens, James Resmar was fired and replaced with Bane.
Oh, all right. Did not know that.
Am I saying his name right?
Sure.
All right. Number 3, the DeMatteis.
He's not here to tell you otherwise.
True.
I mean,
The
I don't need to
DeMatteis.
say your name right. We don't need to say his name
That's
right.
also true. So number 3, the DeMatteis, Giffen, Maguire era of Justice League. With the Detroit team destroyed as part of the Crisis Aftermath, it was time for a fresh new look at the Justice League, and this team, with its combo of humorous writing as well as the perfect art, did the job well. Number 2, digital books. I'm placing this near the top of my list because I'm old and my eyes are at the point where I struggle to read print media. And number 1, Don Cheadle. Terrence Howard learned the hard way not to let his head get too big.
So apparently Dick York, who was the original Darren on Bewitched, fucked up his back on a movie and then just never recovered from it. And one day on set of Bewitched, he passed out and bit a very large hole in the side of his tongue before they could pry his teeth apart. And then
Jesus Christ!
Then they were just like, "Dude, do you want to quit?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, if that's okay."
Jesus!
All right.
That's insane. All right.
Yeah, and then he got addicted to prescription painkillers.
Oh, back when that was cool.
Back when that shit was fucking strong. Actually, our painkillers nowadays are pretty strong, so no disrespect to painkillers.
Sorry for offending you, painkillers.
Big ups to painkillers.
Hilarious. All right. Okay. Then Goat chimes in with some nonsense about Don Cheadle not being a super replacement for Terrence Howard because not everybody's right all the time.
Goat doesn't think that Don Cheadle could kick his ass.
I don't know. I would rather have Goat in a fight have my back than Don Cheadle. Just saying, no disrespect.
Yeah, but Don Cheadle in a Iron Man suit?
Well, anybody in an Iron Man suit. Come on.
Anybody?
No,
you can put some bad people in an Iron Man suit to have your back in a fight.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's see. What's JD got, Mahoney?
All right, JD, I was just reading this one and I was like, what on earth? So, this is a hell of a list right here. I'm so glad I get to read it. Number 6, The Second Doctor. When William Hartnell's health began to deteriorate to the point where he couldn't remember his lines, the creative team needed to figure out how to continue the show without him. Because the Doctor is an alien, the creative team decided they would have him change into another person. After trying to decide who they would get, the creative team brought in Patrick Troughton as the new Doctor. This was an important step in the Doctor Who series because if it didn't work, the show would have most likely been canceled. Instead, it brought new life to the show.
Are you shitting me? Like, that's how that happened?
I guess.
Like, the regeneration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because they were like, "Oh, this guy's old now. Let's bring in somebody else."
Yeah, it was
I mean,
kind of just all on the fly.
That's fucking crazy.
Like,
All right.
well, there's plenty of examples of actors being replaced by other actors.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they just
they
had
are
a
being
plane
old, I
crash in
guess.
Batwoman.
Yeah, but the fact that they just like, hey, let's just make it. Oh, fuck, he's an alien. He just turns into a new guy every once in a while, just because the first dude got too old. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That like, it's just nuts that like such an important part of the mythology was just created on a fucking whim like that. That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right,
very
Lee,
interesting.
you want to hear something else that's wild and crazy?
I'm just skipping ahead. This list is fucking nuts.
JD's number 5. JD's number 5 is Major Charles Emerson Winchester III. How do you feel about Major Charles Emerson Winchester III, Lee?
I fucking love him.
I've never heard of this person in my life. When MASH first aired, you had Major Frank Burns. This is also a fact I've just learned. Who was pretty much a one-note character. He was a gang
We are an
officer
educational podcast, you guys.
who was cheating on his wife back home and pretty much the joke of the unit. When he was finally replaced in season 4 by Charles Emerson Winchester III, that's how he would introduce himself, we got a character with a bit more depth. He was a proper surgeon who had to learn the ways of wartime surgery. He tried to bring a sense of culture to an otherwise ugly situation, and at times he even was given the moral high ground over the protagonists, Hawkeye and Pierce. While Frank Burns never really developed into anything more than what he had always been, Charles had a real story arc, and he became as interesting as any of the other characters on the show.
Remember the time they made a comedy about the Korean War?
It lasted longer than the actual Korean War.
I couldn't have told you what war MASH was about.
Well, while you were reading that, I looked it up. I wanted to say Vietnam. That didn't sound right.
If I would have guessed Vietnam, for sure.
Remember
I
when
would've guessed.
MASH was like the only TV show?
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen an episode
gave
of
a
MASH.
fuck. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered. Never, not once.
I've watched all of the Monkeys, and I've never seen an episode of MASH.
That checks out.
All right, number 4, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Is that what that stands for? I don't know.
yeah.
Star Trek.
Little did you know
That one I know.
the Monkeys was actually set in the Korean War too.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Star Trek: The Next Generation. I love the original series, but when I began watching The Next Generation, I knew this show was better. I found the characters more developed, the stories mattered, and had consequences, and I feel you even had a more diverse group of characters. Everything else felt very Star Trek in terms of the stories and themes, but it was pushed to a new level that I really appreciated.
When I first became aware of Star Trek: The Next Generation, I assumed it was like a Muppet Babies situation. Where like they were all the children of the other Star Trek crew.
You know what? That's not a bad assumption.
Yeah.
Given the time.
It would certainly make sense.
Yeah, no, I would I don't mind that at all.
And they had all the archetypes in there.
I sign off on that, baby knives.
All right, number 3, Tim Drake Robin. I grew up loving Dick Grayson, one of my favorite characters, and I loved watching him evolve into Nightwing. When DC brought in Jason Todd, I wasn't a fan, and he was such a carbon copy of Dick that he even had the same acrobatic backstory. Then, after Crisis, DC rebooted Jason, making him more a punk kid that Batman found trying to steal the tires off the Batmobile. The character became so unlikable, the fans narrowly voted him to be killed off. Then, when DC decided to make a new Robin, we got Tim Drake. He was so different than the previous 2 Robins. His dad was still alive, although wheelchair-bound. They updated the costume, which to this day is still my favorite Robin costume. And they just gave Tim a lot of heart and character, which translated into a really great solo series. Nice.
Solid. Like that.
How you feel about how they treat him in the New 52, JD? I don't know much about the New 52, but I know people hate what happened to Tim Drake.
What was he? He was Red Robin?
Yeah, he was like never Robin.
Yeah.
Right. Just 'cause.
All right, number 2.
But now he was again, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, yeah.
Who knows?
What a
Wally
ridiculous
West Flash.
thing to change.
I grew up reading the tail end of Barry Allen as the Flash right before Crisis on Infinite Earths. They replaced Barry with Wally, and at first I wasn't a huge fan, especially since the beginning of Wally's run they made him into a womanizing jerk. Over the years, though, they really turned the character around, and the evolution of Wally saw an organic change that I loved. This one jumped out to me. I was going to put this on my list, and then I was like, I don't know shit about Wally West Flash. Like, I don't know anything about Barry Allen Flash or Wally West Flash.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like better.
I couldn't pick the two out of a lineup.
I know Wally has red hair, and I don't think Barry does.
Yeah, Barry's blonde, yeah.
Okay.
Barry's more of a nerd than Wally is.
Interesting. All right. These is a bunch of words that I'm not going to know. Brian Johnson. When Bon Scott passed away from what his death certificate described as acute alcohol poisoning and death by misadventure, the rest of some group were hard-pressed to envision who could take over his inimitable slot?
Yes, inimitable.
That's what I have Juan's mom in my phone as. However, they knew they needed a new Singe. And so after checking out a bunch of candidates, they finally decided on Brian Johnson, who Bon had seen play once with Brian's band Geordie. Bon had called Brian a great rock and roll singer in the style of Little Richard. Brian Johnson joined the group and put out the album Back in Black as a tribute to their late singer and has become one of the best albums of all time.
Now, all right, context clues. What was the band, Mahoney?
Yeah, what was the band, Mahoney?
I don't know.
Do you know the song Back in Black?
Back in Black!
You've heard it in an Iron Man movie.
You sure have.
Well, Kelly, I've seen a lot of Iron Man movies.
All right, there's 4 letters in the name.
Yes. And a
ABBA.
slash. Yes, ABBA. It's AC/DC, Mahoney.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most.
It's so much detail and never once.
It's a lot of
name
detail,
the
but
band.
not one mentions the band. No. He does, however, mention Geordie.
Kill Geordie. I do appreciate that JD has been coming around a lot more lately. Talking about the beginnings of PanelsOnPages.com, one of my favorite early PoP stories was when JD was one of the founding members of PoP. And, you know, one thing led to another, and we were looking to part ways with JD, and Kerouac accidentally CC'd him on an email that he wasn't supposed to see. And he quietly made his way out, and so did a couple other people after that email.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's fine, I get it. Nonsense.
Oh, Kerouac.
And then, let's see, Zero. What's Zero got? Nice.
All right. My list in progress. He's going to be typing this as I talk about it, isn't he? Just like last week.
Gonna make us think we're having a stroke again.
Shout out to Donald Glover for being a perfect young Lando. Yes. He's
you know what? Yeah.
He's no replacement for Billy D. Williams, but he is a perfect alternative. You know, I thought about mentioning Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo, but I didn't even consider
He was almost
Lando.
on my list, yeah.
Number 6, pork replacing beef.
What the fuck?
When it comes to cooking at home, I can count on one hand how many times I've bought beef in the past few years. I don't have anything against beef, but pork tastes better, is even more versatile, and cheaper. But you know what, Zero? It does a lot to your plumbing.
Can confirm. Dude, they bought fucking there were little fucking worms in my pipes. That's
What?
why they grew out of the meat. That's why the guy was like, if you fucking throw a pork chop in the sun, like fucking worms grow out of it. That's why that's why in the Bible they say don't eat pork. Because like they didn't know about food safety, but they knew pork would kill you because the parasites in it.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's nuts.
You know, now that Zero mentions it, I want to shout out to and he just said hi nice. He edited his thing and said hi nice. I want to shout out all the veggie meats me and Mary have been eating over the past couple of years now. You know, I haven't replaced things entirely, but doing better. Man, one of my other girlfriends back in the day, this was like 2004. She had stints with vegetarianism. And back then, the veggie meats were not nearly as good as they are today. They were real bad back then. But continuing on Zero's list.
Was that the one that spit it in your belly button?
Yes. She is the one that spit it in my belly button and used to say that she wanted to, the skin that connects your dick to your ball sack. She said she wanted to take an X-Acto knife to that.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, that just made me tense up.
Ooh.
That's real specific.
She would say that when I was naked and she was close to it.
And she was holding a knife.
Oh no.
She was cool.
Yeah. In the years before or after your relationship, you did that.
Possibly. Lee met her.
Yeah, I did.
Number 5.
And you know what? Based on that limited experience and contact, checks out.
Number 5, Ufotable, replacing Studio Dean. Studio Dean was the first to anime Fate Stay Night, but then Ufotable came around and took over, animated the franchise, and it looks so much better.
I'm really glad he put some weird shit like that on here.
Number 4, Angela Gasso replacing Johan Leva. While Alyssa has been an amazing vocalist for Arch Enemy, Angela on vocals was so incredibly perfect. Number 3, Domino's new recipe. Ever since Domino's changed recipe back in 2010, it's become one of my favorite pizza places, easily my favorite cheap pizza.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Props.
Yeah.
But you know what? We got the Beyond Pizza Hut, the Beyond Sausage Pizza last night. And I understand when people dog on Pizza Hut or Domino's or Papa John's as being like garbage. And it's not like true pizza. It's not like a good old New Yorker slice. But you know what? Pizza Hut is great at making Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah.
Domino's is awesome at making Domino's.
Yep.
And sometimes you want Domino's. You want Papa John's. You don't need that authentic New Yorker slice. I'm sorry, Kelly.
It's okay.
I apologize. I've been hanging around that tomato face too long in his fucking mustache.
You're not trying to monetize my people.
Number 2, Discord replacing IRC and forums. I was on IRC for more than 20 years, and forums message boards just as long. Discord managed to combine them both while still being easy to use. Yeah, the Discord does have a lot of the same vibes as the old PoP forums or even the old Wizard forums. I wish it was a little bit more clean in its design and functionality. Like, give me the option to paste a link and get like a preview for it so that I don't have to post this big ass like ugly link. You know?
That may be a paid feature actually.
Oh, for real?
Maybe. I think it might be.
Like,
Listen, there's definitely some shit that you can do in the paid version you can't do on this one.
Everybody has to pay, or like the...
No, just us.
Ah,
yeah, just us.
Yeah. Sell some motherfucking shirts, boys.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then,
it's not a lot. Like, I never thought about it, but it's not much at all.
And then number 1, Lee's going to love this, digital media replacing physical. All that space that DVDs and comics used to eat up, what a waste. Now that they're all digital, there's more room for toys.
Now, here's the thing. I have transitioned mostly to digital. But I still got a lot of that old shit that I can't get rid of.
Wait until
I love physical media.
Wait until toys go digital.
That's just pictures.
Fucking holograms.
I got that fucking Dead or Alive trilogy on Blu-ray after that Arrow Media sale, Kelly.
Oh yeah,
it's a very, very attractive collection.
Yeah, it is.
And Zero also says, Cat shouts out that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina being so much better than Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a great show. I haven't seen the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina yet, but
it's all right.
And then,
pretty good.
As we were reading Zero's list, our man Eric Magnus posted his list for top 6 replacements. Did we get
I don't think
everybody's
Mahoney's
list?
gone yet, have you?
We haven't done
No, I
Mahoney's
haven't got
list?
yet.
Okay.
All right, go, Mahoney. What you got?
All right. I want to give a shout out to the Arrowverse replacing Smallville. That was a big
Solid.
step forward.
Oh yeah.
Number 6, I have Kelly replacing Kerouac.
Ah.
Number 5, Goat's wife replacing his ex.
Oh my God, 100,000% yes.
Where I start to have some interesting overlap with Kelly's list is I have the Nintendo 64 replacing Super Nintendo.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because the Nintendo 64 is probably my favorite game system of all time.
64 is great.
Hit
Yeah.
at just the right time for me with all sorts of wonderful games. And
God, how many
also similar to
dozens
Kelly's
upon
list.
dozens of hours you've just been playing fucking GoldenEye.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Perfect
GoldenEye.
Dark. Dark was the shit.
Perfect
Yeah.
Dark.
Did you guys know that you could play GoldenEye with 2 controllers and have modern, like, dual stick controls?
What?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. If you plug in a second controller, and then you go into the settings, you can mess with it to say like dual controllers, and you can use the one stick to move the camera and the other stick to move you.
Get the fuck out of
Ooh.
here.
Yeah. I'll send you guys a video I watched recently about a guy who he bought a controller on, I think, Craigslist, where it's just 2 controllers stuck together essentially, so you have the dual stick, and there's a couple different games that it actually has real functionality with. It's nuts.
That's fancy.
Crazy.
Very fancy. All right, so Kelly had Brubaker replacing Bendis on Daredevil. Very nice choice, but the real all-time great replacement on Daredevil is Mark Waid replacing Andy Diggle.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. Yeah.
That's Shadowland Daredevil. Like, as Kelly mentioned, Bendis, I mean, even going back to Kevin Smith, like, Daredevil was phenomenal for like a decade.
Yeah.
And
Miller,
then Andy Diggle just
Nascenti, Smith, Bendis, Brubaker.
Andy Diggle burnt that shit to the ground, and Mark Waid came right back and was like, "Nope, ignore all that," and fixed it. So good.
You think Andy Diggle lays in bed at night and like, oh God, I'm the one guy who fucked up Daredevil.
I hope he does.
It
I hope
kind
he's
of killed his career.
Yeah, good.
Honestly, should have.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's hilariously bad.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
like you fail that bad, it should harm your career. Oreos replaced, what is it, Hydrox? Whatever that nonsense is. Everybody thinks it's store brand, but I guess it came first.
Yeah, they're
Outta here.
Hydrox cookies.
You're nowhere near as good as Oreos.
Yeah, I didn't know until recently that they had a name.
I thought they were like contemporaries.
No,
And I guess I always assumed Oreo came first.
why wouldn't you? Because they are superior in all aspects. All right, before I get into my number 1, a couple more shout-outs. Rhodey replacing Iron Man was great. The Dane Whitman Black Knight we talked last week. He's one of my favorite all-time Avengers. Love that guy. The first Black Knight sucks. He was great. I had Dick Grayson on my list of shout-outs. We talked about him. Kate Bishop replacing Clint Barton as Hawkeye.
Fuck yeah.
Loved that. All right, my number 1. I'm going to throw this one to my shower tablet for replacing the all-consuming silence of being alone with my thoughts. Love you, shower tablet. Thank you
my
for all that
God.
you do.
Look at this shit. Look at that.
Oh, man.
How many hands does that guy have?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so there's
Alright.
5 games that it's compatible with.
That's enough out of you, guy.
So weird. Okay.
That's a guy, I don't really like him as a presenter, but his content, like the videos he makes, are actually pretty solid.
He looks like every other YouTuber.
Yeah. And
It's
he's
like-
obnoxious, but like once he gets into things, I'm like, damn it, you actually teach me things I didn't know.
I just want to see
Like,
the
I
conjoined 64 controllers guy.
Yeah.
That's wild as hell.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's on the list, Mahoney.
Thank
All right.
you. Thank you.
Take us home, Nice.
All right. Eric Magnus checks in. Top 6 replacements. Number 6, Tim Drake, my favorite Robin. Number 5, Wally West, my favorite Flash. Fuck Barry Allen, he should have never ever come back.
Goddamn.
Number 4,
Yeah.
Kyle Rayner. Hal Jordan was replaced for a reason because he was boring as fuck. Now they're trying to make him like he's always been cool when we know he fucking wasn't. And then here we go. Number 3, Yuko. She replaced my ex-wife. Yuko was the first girlfriend I ever had. I was 31 at the time. My ex-wife was a hookup gone wrong, and my luck was so bad with women that I ended up marrying her because I thought this was as good as it was going to get.
Goddamn, son.
Number 2, Junko. She replaced Aki. I was on the boat, and Aki broke up with me by text 2 days
Aki,
before.
nice. Aki.
Aki, sorry. AKI man.
Yeah.
Aki broke up with me by text 2 days before we were supposed to come home. I ended up meeting Junko when we were back out to sea online, and she flew out to Guam to meet me even though we only talked for a week. She was half Japanese and half Russian. Damn, she was fine. And
That's a hell of a cocktail.
Number 1 with a bullet. We know who it was.
Goddamn right.
Yumiko. She replaced Yuko. Best girlfriend I ever had. We talked for a few days, met up that Saturday, and within 2 hours told me she loved me. Yumiko made me realize this is what relationships are like. Awesome.
Seen some photos of those two? Handsome couple.
Yeah. Shout out goes to Billy Miller, who replaced Steve Burton on General Hospital. He also replaced the previous Billy Abbott on Young and the Restless. This list was almost a soap opera list. Also, Kelly can appreciate Lauren Wright as a replacement from that previous Carly.
Oh yeah, Lauren Wright is perfect as Carly, and a lot of people talk shit on other Jason, Billy Miller. I liked him a lot. I don't think he was great as Jason, but who he was playing as like the Jason that forgot who he was and then turned out he wasn't Jason at all. He was his brother. I really liked him as that character. And then Mahoney, you know what happened?
What?
He was on Suits.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say Amnesia.
No, he was on Suits as Harvey's brother. Mahoney, you watch Suits yet?
Not yet, Kelly. Not yet.
Getting around to it.
Yep. It's coming. One of these days.
You're going to really want to watch Suits just in case you are ever in the same room as Meghan Markle. And she's like, hey, Mahoney, have you ever watched Suits?
Yeah.
Kelly, nice. All the royalty TV I've watched, you don't think I'll have something to talk to Meghan Markle about?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys might hit it off on some of those other shows that you watch, and then she'll be like, well, have you watched my show? I mean, I'm royalty. Have you watched Suits? And you'll be
I'm
like,
on a rather tremendous program.
No, I haven't. And, that's how you really make your mark. Be like, no, I haven't watched your show. Not important enough for me to watch it. And she'll be like, I like this guy.
You're trying to
So
nag
the idea
her.
is to neg Meghan Markle.
Yeah, exactly.
Just watch Suits, Mahoney.
No, Kelly, it's part of my long-term plan to neg Meghan Markle.
Watch it in the shower.
Now you're talking, Kelly.
Shower Suits? Oh, shit. You just call it that, Mahoney. It's a whole new experience.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, when I get around to watching Suits, it's going to be in the shower.
Fucking nonsense. That was fun. That was good. That was wide and varied.
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that. It's good. What do we do next week, Nice?
Next week, we came up with this idea because we were talking about WandaVision, and we were like, God damn, this should have been our topic last week when we did Best Alternate Universes. So next week, in honor of WandaVision, which is still going on and it's still great, and if you
So
don't
good.
like WandaVision, that's fine. If you don't get it, I understand. But if you think it's just supposed to be a sitcom and you don't like it because it's a sitcom, you're a dumb idiot. So I will tell that to your face. Bless your heart. So next week, we're going to do top 6 sitcoms. Let's go. Let's do it.
Love it. This is going to be hard. Like really difficult to narrow down.
Yeah.
I fucking love a sitcom.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, let's talk about comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
Didn't read a goddamn thing that came out last week. What you got, Kelly?
Cool. Fuck a comic book. I want to go to bed.
All right, cool. Sweet deal. Anything nice?
That's fine. It's fine.
No, what you got? You guys want to talk about?
Well, I do talk about carton arcs every week, and I had a very
God damn it.
I had a very carton arc.
No, we're going to bed. We're going to bed. Look what you did, Lee.
It's not an actual.
Now I want to know. I want to know.
It's not about carton arcs, but it's a very carton arc-esque story. So I don't know if this is this. I talked about this on the Discord. I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but when COVID was at its height, in the spring and the summer, when I would go to Target, they had a stanchion lined up for the registers. There was one line for the registers that kind of went along the front section of the store. And
yeah, really inefficient.
And then a employee directing you to the next open register, to best socially distance, so people weren't crowding up by the registers and blocking.
They just clogged access to all the aisles at the front of the store.
Sure. So recently they've gotten rid of the stanchion. They got rid of the stanchion like before Christmas, which I thought was weird, but they're still doing the line and then having someone direct you to registers. Sometimes you'll go to the Target and it's not super busy. There's not a line. There's not someone directing you, so you can just go wherever the fuck you want. On this day specifically, it was busy. There was a line, no stanchion, but there was a line. And I get up to the front of the line, and the person who's directing the line is off helping somebody else. And I'm waiting for the next register to open or somebody to flag me down to the next register that's open. These two fucking boomers, husband and a wife, walk past the entire line and end up standing in front of all the self-checkouts. And they're looking,
Fuck out of here.
They're looking, and they start making a move towards self-checkout. And I try and get their attention. I'm like, folks, there's a line back there, but they did not hear me. And then
they heard you.
I see that there is a register open and still no one to direct us, and it's the register right next to them. So I go over to that register, start unloading my stuff, and I get their attention again. I say, folks, there was a line back there for all the registers that you just bypassed. And the wife said, "Oh, I thought that was for the one register, because they had one manned register open. So they thought all these people were lined up for that one register." It's like, no, it wasn't. And I don't believe that they thought.
Of course they didn't.
No, they just wanted to jump the fucking line. And bringing it back to carton arcs, if we don't check these fucking people, they're going to get away with it every time. And I had a moment where I'm like, okay, well, next time I come here, I'm not going to wait in the line. And then I'm like, no. I'm not an animal. I will follow the rules, but
light a candle to curse the darkness.
We have to check these people. If they're not getting checked, they're going to keep doing it. And that's what I feel about carton arcs. That's what I feel about... There's too many people getting away with too much shit these days. And I feel like, especially these Trump people, they're going to push it as far as they can. They lost the election, so they're like, well, everything's out the window. They're not my president, not my rules, not my line for the registers. Fuck all y'all. So.
No, you're not wrong. I get it. I do understand the sentiment. And like I said, you got to call a motherfucker out for sure. For sure.
But also, this shouldn't be on me either. This shouldn't be on us to have to call other people out, because we don't need to be getting in confrontations with people in public, but it's fucking frontier justice, man.
I was at a Portillo's a couple years back, and they had the Barnellis where they do the pasta and the salads too. One of the kids wanted spaghetti, whatever, and so I go up there and I'm standing there waiting, and there's like a bowl of spaghetti there, whatever. And this, I'm there for a few minutes waiting for mine, and this bowl of spaghetti is still sitting there. And this lady comes up, and she goes, "Oh, is this number 50, whatever the fuck?" And the kid's like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I need you to make a new one." I was like, "What? This one's cold." She's like, "Well, what? We called you." He goes, "Yeah, I didn't hear it. This is cold. Make a new one."
Okay.
And the kid fucking takes the bowl away to presumably go make a new one. And I look over and go, that was real shitty, that thing you just did there. That's fucked up, right? She's like, what? I go, that's a real shitty thing to do to that person. Like, you made a mistake, and now this guy is doing more work because you didn't pay attention. That's pretty shitty. And the look of sheer bewilderment on her face. Like, fuck you, lady.
Not enough people get checked in this world these days. We all try to keep to ourselves, try to worry about our own problems, but, we're all in this together.
We live in a society.
We do. Joker was right.
Joker was right. I'm with you, Nice. I'm with you. Viva la revolution. What you got, Mahoney?
I don't have much. I know Kelly is very sleepy. I have been watching The Legend of Korra. So I watched like 6 months ago Avatar for the first time, and that was
okay. I was about to ask, like, did you ever watch Avatar?
Yeah, and so when I finished Avatar, I think they added Korra to Netflix like the next day, but I had already started something else. So I was like, all right, I'll get to this eventually. And I had heard bad things about it at some point, so I was expecting it to suck, and I was kind of putting it off. But the first season was really great, and I don't know what was going on and why I was hearing bad things. The second season was pretty hot and cold.
I think I can pinpoint it, Mahoney. It's because the main character is a female.
I think that's probably got most of it.
Oh, and not only a female, but there's some gay stuff in there too.
Ooh.
So, really?
Yeah, she's a confirmed bachelorette.
Nice. Shout out to JoJo Siwa too.
Yeah, good for JoJo.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
JoJo Siwa came out this past week, Mahoney.
What the fuck is the JoJo Siwa?
Oh, please, you know what JoJo Siwa is.
What was it? Was she a YouTube star? She's the...
she was on Dance Moms, and then she was a YouTube star. She's on Nickelodeon. She's like the biggest thing in like kids, girls, like preteen anything.
I'm
and
very
she came
glad.
out
I don't know who the fuck she is.
Wow. And then Nickelodeon like
Zoe
tweeted in support, and she had a whole big message today about like she was nervous about coming out, and it was a scary thing, but like everybody's been really supportive, and like people were warning her that it was people were going to be upset, but like there's nothing weird about being yourself, and like just a really great like moment for that generation, and like for all those kids who are her fans to like hear that message and see that. So
someone did try and swat her though.
What?
I mean, somebody probably tries to swat her every week.
Yeah, I'm sure she's having a really cool day. In that case. Yeah, I think I missed her. This is never was really Zoe's lane anyway. I think, I missed out on all this stuff.
Yeah, Zoe was watching Kamen Rider Build with you while she could have been watching JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, now she's watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay shows.
Nice.
She's watching Bob's Burgers and Gordon Ramsay shows. What the fuck?
All right.
You kids are
My
great.
Kids are fucking weird, you guys. They're so fucking weird.
I fucking love your kids.
Yeah, earlier when Honey was talking about how I kind of shelter my kids and this and that, I'm like, oh, I do not.
Yeah. Jax hops on Fortnite with me, Jose, and Mary, and Jose just dropping F-bombs. And then Jax is...
Just a quick poll. Mahoney, you ever call your kid a motherfucker to their face?
Sure haven't.
You should try it.
I don't even have to yell at my kids. I just speak in a stern voice, and they stop.
Nice. Keep that in your back pocket, though. Call him a motherfucker. Jax did not want to let the tomato head guy at Pizza Pit live tonight. And we're trying to tell him, like, Jax, you try and murder the Pizza Pit guy, he's going to come at us. And he's like, no, but I hate his fucking mustache. Stupid mustache. I hate stupid tomatoes. I'm like, Jax, don't do it. He's like, I want to kill him. Jose's like, I'll help you kill him, bro.
I hope you know this kid runs home and it's the first thing he does every day when he gets home now is check and see if you guys are online.
What time does he get home?
Fucking ritual.
What time does he get home?
About 3:30-ish.
Okay. Well, Mary gets off at like 4:30, so
yeah,
that's
the
usually
same
when
time.
we hop on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, time zones. Look at that.
Yeah. That's all checking out. All right. This was great. This is a good show. I think we're good at this podcasting thing, you guys.
Let's do it for another 10 years.
Yeah. Let's do it. Next week, top 6 sitcoms. This should be a really fun one. I'm very much looking forward to this one.
I'm gonna try and get some of the deepest cuts imaginable.
There's so many. There's so many great ones, and so many great ones that were gone before their time. You know, like there's some solid one season shit out there. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Next week, top 6 sitcoms. Check out the Discord. Go to merch.panelsonpages.com. Buy some cool shit. We got a lot of cool stuff up there. The new PoP logo shirts are up. We got the Fortnite logo shirt is up.
Yeah, shout out to Juggalo John in the chat who clipped part of one of our Twitch streams, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're on Twitch too. We can do that once in a while.
Yeah, please follow us on Twitch. We need that. We need that support.
Yeah, our Twitch stream, like, listen, I know not everybody loves Fortnite, right? But, like, you like hearing us and listening to our jokes and our stories. Imagine hearing us telling our jokes and our stories and also just tormenting these poor people that we are playing against. Like, we ended a match last week with 4 of us. 2 of us as the Predator, 2 of us as the T-800. The other person was inside of this giant walled-in area that is a forest. We lit the forest on fire, smoked them out, and shot them with a sniper rifle to end the game and win it. Like, it's wonderful.
It's a good time.
It's pretty fun. I might hop on there right now.
Love it. All right, yeah, and join us next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Nyes, Kelly Harris, and my good buddy Mahoney. I am the Lord Reverend Larry Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Nice. Love you. Bye.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this? Do you mind if I this?
Fucking Google something.
Do you mind if I this?
Holy shit.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
I didn't want to say it.
Do you mind if I this?
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Do you mind if I this?
Whoa.
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Do you mind if I this?
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Do you mind if I this?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.